Alright, what is up, everybody? Final Grail front, and then we're free! Maybe it'll be good, we'll see. Although we're not really free because when it's over, it's just gonna be a dead week, maybe even 2 dead weeks, so... You know, there's that. Anyway, let's go get us a Grail. Alright, so it's this, and then is this the treasure chest? Let's see. Or are they just gonna give you the 1 SQ and you gotta turn in the thing? I guess you just turn in the things and that's all you're gonna get. Fuck you, no bonus loot. I was hoping for like a lore. Chat, imagine being so greedy that you want a lore out of this event. Okay, yes, we've seen these. This map took so much time, oh boy. Time to unleash the big boys then. Yes, it's BB, we got it. We know this. Oh no. Is that the map? That's huge. That's gonna take like 8 years. Oh great. Fuck you, BB. Nobody likes you. Alright, how big is it? Let's see. We're gonna be here for a while, I have a feeling. Oh no! 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 What the fuck is this? Okay. And there's loot everywhere. I don't even care. I literally don't even care about the loot. I'll just get what I can. I'll deal with this later. Okay, so... This BB is a moon cancer. That CE is trash. BB, you're stupid. That's such a bad CE. Let's see. You got regular BB, and then summer BB. I see what they're doing here. And then Kiara. What did they give Hans? Hans has a lot of CEs actually. Taiga. That's young Taiga from like Fate Zero right there. Yeah, it's Elite CE, fair enough. There's so many Gilgamesh CEs. That one's actually a good one, though. That's... Oh, right. Yeah, Berserker Lancelot doesn't have a CE, so they're using Saber Lancelot. That's just a slap in the face. So they give you, Jinko here. Alright, so you can bring, I'm guessing... Yeah, you have every class, and you actually have 2 extra classes. Your team cost is only 68, though. Like, again, they're just incentivizing you to bring, like, 1 or 2 supercharged units and then just have them kill everything. Alright, let me go do command codes here. Oh, Kama, there's a lore? Okay, well, Kama has to die then. Alright. You know, we'll probably go Yang CE just to be a dick. I mean, I blame BB for this. Yeah, it's weird that you only get 68 cost there. Again, they're just incentivizing you to cheese it. That's kind of the thing with Grailfront is like... It's really dumb if you don't cheese it in an unfun way, and then it's really easy if you cheese it, so... Kinda yikes. What else do we have that's good for cheesing this? So obviously Ku. Tesla's fine. Berserkers are fine. Burgist is fine. Could probably get a lot out of, Bazette. You know, I might use Bazette and Ku just for, like, the lore. Obviously, Bazette is horrible against all the knight classes, but we could probably make that work. Maybe then you sneak in like 1 other unit, just in case. Linux, thank you for the 17 months, dude. I really appreciate that. Yeah, there's always MASH. Not that I'm much of a MASH fan, but maybe throw in a Berserker like Beowulf if I have the team cost. Or Darius. Darius is cheaper. Alright, what do we give her? Always good to have one of these. I feel like her counterattack is so bad in this mode, though. Like, what the hell is the point of it? It seems really shitty. We'll go heal on Buster. Yeah, but that's probably really bad here, but we'll do it anyway. I want a Darius animation update really bad. Like, low-key, I've kind of always been a really big Darius fan, so... if we could do something cool with that, that would be great. I remember all my friends made fun of me because like me and a few other people got into FGO roughly the same time, and pretty much everyone thought I was dumb for liking Darius. He's like, he just says "brr" all the time, but they have no taste. Let's see here. There's always just this. Hit it very hard. And then art, you almost never use her art card. I feel like if you use it, it's gonna be for utility. There's probably some annoying gimmicks mixed in here. Doesn't hurt. Alright, if we do, let me see how much team costs we're looking at here. I love how you can't customize anything in the team screen, so you have to go back and forth between all these loading screens. Awesome. 10 out of 10 game design, by the way. Alright, so you would do like Coup, Gang CE, that's pretty expensive. Is that... one of these two seems pretty good. We still have a chunk left. Probably could do Beowulf, let's see. That seems good. Alright, well he's already got some command codes, but we'll go just that so I don't have to go between all the menus. And I guess you can bring Mash, even though I don't really, might be in the way, but... doesn't hurt, I suppose. Give her the attack up. Alright, there's probably some dumb gimmicks in this stage though. Let's see if we can notice anything. Alright, she's got a bunch of health. I'm assuming you can't actually move from here to here. It's kind of hard to tell because there's stupid faces in the way, so I couldn't... if there's a line there, I wouldn't know. But, this is going to be really annoying. Alright, so Bizette needs to avoid that. She needs to avoid a lot. But, what can I do? I just switch places with the, elephant there. Figure the initial rush of them attacking you will be the hard part. Oh yeah, we'll check comma, I forgot to look at that. If the game would ever load. Gimmicks. We brought enough characters to get something. Looks like HP up and some kind of damage, flat damage up. Alright, oh yeah, that's the, I think that was like a Valentine's CE, but it wasn't like someone's CE, it was like a rate up or whatever. I think it's a good one. She'll probably hit hard. Wow, she has 200,000 health. So that means she's got almost 700,000 health, almost, not quite, but she's like 650 or something, or a bit more than that. That's gonna be kind of a pain there. This one might actually be hard then. Which on the one hand that's good, but I would again just prefer it was a regular challenge quest. Oh, I should have checked to see if you can go this way. Let's see. You cannot. Okay, good to know. Alright, where to go? So that means they have to come from... God, this is... I guess always the sides. They have to always come from either here or here. That. that. If you want to get that loot, you have to go out there. I wonder if it's safe for me to just have her go out there. Let's find out. Keep Darius there. Go there. Alright. So Kama has higher stats than BB by a fair amount. Dude, the AI's turns are gonna be so long because there's so many units. Darius and Lancelot having a stare down. A lot of their movements right now don't make any sense. I would like to keep them from getting that guts, because that's just annoying. I guess I should have moved there last turn, but doesn't matter that much. Okay, guess we just wait here. Maybe spread out in case I don't want to. Actually, let's put Mash by Darius. That's useful. Dilute the damage. Hey, Captain. You can tell my graphics are messed up because of Samsung decks, but I don't feel like fixing it. All pixelated. Yara has invulnerability. If I have Coup Fighter, that won't matter because he has Pierce invulnerability, but Cou's on the wrong side for that, unfortunately. Alright, if I move there, I can actually be attacked. Although it's not too bad if they go first, but it's probably better if I wait. Okay, I don't really care about that NP up. But I do care about keeping them from grabbing this kind of stuff. Boy, Bazette's about to have a bad time, I think. We'll see how that goes. Fine to move up more. I vastly prefer like actual challenge quests or real boss fights over Grail Front. Like so much filler in Grail Fronts, it's annoying. Okay, how do we want to go about this? So Kiara has a gimmick. She's getting more actions per turn. That's actually a problem. Dude, I really dislike Grail Fronts. It's like, especially this new batch of them, because they're just cheating so hard, and they're not cheating in a way where it's like, oh, the enemy has sure hit or whatever. They're cheating where it's like, oh, they just get way more actions on the board than you do. Wow, the graphics are so fucked up. Look at that, it is so pixelated. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna reset that. That is disgusting. Okay, hold on. I don't know why this like whole setup messes up like this every once in a while, where it's like all pixelated like that, but it does it sometimes. I'll try resetting my phone and see if that fixes it. Hi, Lost. How you doing? What am I looking at? I know, right? Like 2 hours of suffering, that's what. Yeah, Bazette's gonna have a bad time there. It wouldn't be so bad though if Kiara wasn't cheating with the extra actions per turn thing. That's like how they're making this hard. It's like the enemies just get to attack you a million times and they do a bunch of damage, so if you break your health bar, you don't get to attack back. And like the only reason they can even make them that difficult is because they're giving them more actions per turn where you're not allowed to do that. They know killing Bazette before the war even starts the strat. Yeah, that's Code of Vine. So, you know, if you think about it, Code of Mine is directly responsible for Fate Hollow. Like all the nonsense in Fate Hollow, that's all because of Code of Mine. Okay, got my phone hooked up again. Let's see if We'll fix it. And if not, we'll just have to roll with it. Alright. What messes it up, I find, is when you expand it like that. Sometimes when you expand it like that, it's not, like, adjusting the resolution properly. And it's just, like, blowing it up. And then sometimes it just doesn't do that. The thing is, I don't really think Railfront is fine because it's just badly designed, and I don't think bad design should ever just get a pass, regardless of if it's, like, free content or not. Okay, that is less pixelated, but it is still pixelated. Like, Bazette's face is still a complete mash of pixels there. Whatever, let's see. I guess we have to hit Hans in the face, because Kiara has invulnerability. Do all that. Attack up is fine, but I don't think we need it, so I'll save it for when Kiara is more vulnerable. We have a little bit of bonus health and back on the So Kiara's gonna get to attack us like 2 times, so she's gonna get that's the main thing, is because they get so many free like engagements, they just get free NP charge. It's really not good. Like, I really do not like Grailfront. It is not designed well. And a lot of like the issues with it I don't think are even intentional, right? Like kind of the whole issue with them getting to attack over and over. I don't think that's even like on purpose. Like, I don't think they even thought about, oh yeah, if they get this gimmick, they get to attack a bunch, that means they're gonna get their NP really fast and they're just gonna NP. Like, I don't think they even thought about that. Let's see. No, I don't think JP really tries to mirror NA, because it's kind of confirmation bias. Like, think about how often they have nothing in common, right? Like, where like JP's doing one event that has literally nothing to do with the, like, you know, the 2 years ago that's on NA. I think more what it has to do with is just things, they do things on a yearly basis a lot, right? Like collab events, they don't generally rerun next year, but they normally rerun them in 2 years. And that just happens to be when, you know, how far behind NA is, stuff like that. But just so often, there's literally nothing going on between the 2 servers that has anything to do with, you know, anything. I could attack them, and if I had my NP, that'd be amazing, because I put all 3 of them in, and I could NP and break all 3 of their health bars. But I don't have my NP, but it's not terrible to attack anyway, just so I can like start building it up. And I've got guts when they attack me back. I could evade too, put her on cooldown. Yeah, it's not so bad. Alright, we'll do this. I do 71k with BBB, or do I want to do the attack up and try to work on my art card? Probably better to just get my NP from being attacked, so probably BBB.
Raw Kane, thank you for the 10 months.
Appreciate it. Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't know if White Flags is here right now, but he was wanting to get some information about how like the CCC main interlude worked, if you wanted to like save stages. So let me jump on my ult account real quick. It'll be a good way of explaining it. I really do want to go over this real quick, because I've had a few people ask me stuff like this. So, this is how every main interlude is. Like, not just CCC. They normally will do like a free period where you're allowed to do the main interlude for like a week or two, and not like You don't have to use the rare prisms or any of that. They might change this on NA though, because JP doesn't do the rare prism thing anymore. So NA might just cut it. We'll have to see. But anyway, like what they do is they make the main interlude of CCC like available to everyone for free for like a week or two. But the thing is, let me go to the menu. This is the important part to understand, because this is how it is for all main interludes. Whenever they bring out like a main interlude and they give you access to it for free for a time limited amount of time, it's not like a different version of the event. It's not like you're doing the main interlude and then there's like a rerun of the main interlude that you can do whenever you want. It's the same thing, right? It's just the main interlude. It's just, so anything you do during like the free access version of it will carry over into the purchasable version of it, right? So if you did literally everything in the main interlude, and then you bought the main interlude with rare prisms, you're just going to get access to the same thing that you did, right? So if you beat the Melt boss fight, it's gone. When you get access to it, it's gone. It's literally the same event, right? It's just a matter of if you need to use rare prisms to access it or not. So if you're wanting to like maximize saving content, you have a couple of options. Obviously, if you beat anything in the main story, it's gone for good. Except for Kiara. Kiara is the only thing that will allow you to repeat as many times as you want. But if you go up to Kiara, you can have Kiara, and then you can have the wanted quests that unlock after her, which is what I've got here, right? Like Nero and Emiya, Tam, right? Those boss fights. And then as long as you don't complete them, right? As long as you exit out of the app or close the stage before it ends, you can do these forever, right? The other option is you can not do the initial wanted quests. That obviously makes Kiara harder and gives you like less like options when you do the Kiara fight. But you can keep the wanted quest before Kiara, and it'll just limit the amount of KP that you have. And you can cherry pick, right? You could like, oh, I don't want this wanted quest, so you can get rid of it to have more KP. The other thing you could do is keep every single wanted quest. Don't get rid of any of them, right? Keep all of them, and never go to Kiara, right? And like just keep the boss fight at Passion Lift or Melt, or you know, whatever boss fight you like from the main story. So that's kind of your options. It's either keep every wanted quest on the initial, you know, front side or whatever, and then keep whatever one boss from the main story you want, or go up to Kiara and then keep the ones like in the second half or whatever you want to call it of the map. That's like your two options. So, but yeah, the main thing, don't get fooled by the free version of CCC that comes out. It's the same main interlude you're going to have access to later. So if you do everything in the free version, like the trial period, if you do everything in it, and then you unlock the main interlude later, whatever you did is still going to be done, right? So don't beat anything you don't want to actually beat. And yes, I know that's really convoluted and stupid, and it's all confusing and silly, but you know, welcome to FGO, and it's very difficult to keep stages for fun. So, okay, let's go back to the Grail front. But hopefully white flags can see that. Kiara is repeatable no matter what. Kiara, no matter what you do in the main interlude, Kiara is replayable. She is the one thing that is always going to be replayable. However, if you beat her, you need to beat her one time to unlock the bonus wanted quest after, right? So like I was saying, it's the meta thing to do is like get to Kiara, beat Kiara, unlock the wanted quest after her, right? And then don't technically beat those, right? You can fight them, but make sure you close out of the app or just cancel the stage before you finish the opponent off, and then you can redo those fights whenever you want. And that's actually nice because some of those are good testing grounds for just beating on somebody that's somewhat competent. Right, because some of the other stages, they're just so easy, they're not good for testing anything. Okay. So Guts is probably going to go off here, which might actually be a bad thing, we'll see. I can bring up MASH, though. Might as well go here. I might have wanted to put 2 on that side. There's a lot more yikes on that side than I thought. Probably move the Master, because, might need to switch with the elephant. Let's see, I could go murder Gil, but might grab some of this loot while I'm out here. Although it's kind of stupid to use Ku as a loot collector when he's our strongest unit here. I could come up behind them. Could go. I'm literally not worried about that saber, by the way. Like, I don't fucking care. I guess I'll go up behind them. That's fine. Getting some of this loot out of the way doesn't hurt. Can Bazette survive? If I cast her in P and it was like active right now, that would have been really good. Oh, we didn't break his health bar. Wow, that's really unfortunate. He also did like no damage, so yikes. I don't know what that was. I guess he feels our pain there. Berserker things. I mean, the enemies get more action points per servant, but you don't, so... And this is what it is. Let's see how many times Kiara can attack. I think the real annoying ones are going to be like the BBs, so... Surprisingly low damage compared to like what the previous stage was. I wonder if if the counter will stay. Can I do 58k without doing it? Got crits. I mean, I don't really need to do it right now, so we'll just do that. But I got the pretty cool. Nice crit. I'm very glad Bazette's in this game though, and then she just got to beat normal Bazette in stage 1. I was so worried they were gonna do something weird, which they did, but it's only in stage 3, so... Oh, she only got to go once. Why would you do that? Oh, Hans, I'm so sorry. That's fucked up. It's actually better if I don't kill him though, so I can force all 3 of them into the same fight. So I can NP all 3 of them. But yeah, I think it's best that I intentionally keep him alive here. We'll get like Nash NP game. Bonk, bonk, bonk. I don't know. I don't think they really consider this like this sequel to CCC. It's more like just a little bonus thing. Like the story's pretty light. But I don't know, they might not know it, because they wanted to do more BB down the road, but they may be like, fuck it. We'll just do this, it's good enough, right? I'll have to see the translation for like the ending. That'll probably say how like serious it's gonna be. Oh man, Medusa moved. At that point, I might as well have just killed Hans earlier. Do I want to save the NP for like BB? Yeah, well... We're not necessarily going to one-shot him, because last time we didn't. Do the attack up. I mean, just roll big forehead. Like, because last time we barely didn't kill him, so it's within low-high roll. Could throw the guts away, but I don't like that. Fuck it, we'll just, we'll do the NP. Maybe Lancelot lives. And I can do the quick art. What if that didn't kill, though? I mean, it should. Okay, extra attacks, bail me out here. Perfect! Look at that art crit, very nice. Too bad I didn't have my golden rule up. Would've gotten a nice chunk of refund there. And if he had like the Merlin command code. Double kill. Alright, no real reason to actually stand in that square. Because we can just take out Kiara here. I do my counter attack, but I prefer to just kill her and not allow her to go at all. Our crits are a little yikes, but as long as we crit twice, we're good. Game. Hello? The sound is still playing, but it's just looping the electric sound effect now. Okay, FGO having a stroke, no big deal. Please wait. Yeah, yeah. Kiara is still hooked up to the moon cell, apparently. Yeah, FGO's had some stability issues as of the kind of recent updates. It's not always FGO's fault. Sometimes it's like the OS updates for Android. Sometimes that's what breaks it. Although I guess you could say it's their fault because almost no other game will break when the OS updates. Okay, only did 20. Alright, Kiara, that was kind of disappointing. I thought she was going to be a bigger deal than that. I thought she was going to get like, you know, attack reduction cost. I'm sure some of these enemies are going to have that though. That's what they did last time. Like, I think BB, yeah, has 60 points, and then she has negative 2020, it looks like, so she's cheating. What about these? They have 50, 20, 30. Okay, she wouldn't matter if she was cheating, because they just stand still. He's just 50, so that's normal. Wow, they gave Gozen more health than Medusa. What about Gil? I think Gil has even more health than Medusa. Actually, Gil seems to have more health than pretty much all of the normies. Just not as much as a boss. Forgot how much Kiara had, and she's like a mini boss, I think. And then this is like the boss, and then this is the bonus boss, essentially. But that's actually pretty yikes, so we're gonna have to work on that one. I have to keep somebody alive, though. Hopefully BB or Summer BB in the middle just acts like an idiot, and I can take my time killing the other stuff. Okay, well, Medusa, I think you have to die. It's the two fastest servants from Fates Stay Night, by the way. Also, lore-wise, Ku counters Medusa so hard it's not even funny. He has runes that automatically counter Mystic Eyes, so her eyes don't work. Because he's famous for killing monsters in his legend, he does bonus damage to servants that have like a monster trait. Which she doesn't in FGO, but in actual Fate she does, so Ku does a bunch of bonus damage to her. And then he's got a rune that can block her other NP, and then she has no way of dealing with Bolg. I think her luck stat is trash, right? She can't kite him, right? It's all horrible. It's like, I think actually Ku is her worst matchup in all of Fates Tonight. And they never fight each other, but probably why. Yeah, Nazi talks about that, it's like super shit. Alright, let's see here. Do that. Actually, no, we'll do the old tried and true here. She's only got 50k. I guess I can move this way to just, mess with their movement so they don't attack me here. No real reason to move the Z right now. So far the enemies aren't particularly threatening, but we haven't fought any of the special enemies yet. I like how you say something completely Medusa simpy, and then when people say the opposite, then you try to like just say, oh, it's Ku simp. That doesn't make any sense. Alright, we'll go. Also legit, it's nothing to do with like demographics. Ku is just more popular than Medusa. Like I said, it's just a fact. Ku is just more popular than Medusa. Not that Medusa's unpopular, but we will do that again. Absolute murder. Oh, I'm sure Perseus would be a huge counter to Medusa as well if he ever got, like, added lore-wise. I mean, he's kind of detailed his toolkit, but not, like, not that much. But I'm sure he would. He probably has the shield and all that, so, right, that's just a giant fuck you. like theoretically, it should be like really messed up because Perseus didn't just, he kills Gorgon, right? Like full-on Gorgon, not like semi-Gorgon from Babylonia or Medusa right before going Gorgon. He kills the full-on Gorgon because he just has all the noble phantasms that are like perfect for countering her. So. I guess, let's see, how much health does she have again? 72k. Moon Cancer. I might just use the attack up here, or even the guts, because if I use the guts, it's enough of a damage boost. Because right, so far I haven't needed the attack up. I probably should have used it earlier just because we've had so many turns go by. This'll do. Actually, it probably would have done without because we have 20, 30, 70. Like with A crit, we would have killed. So I didn't need the attack up there, I guess. I mean, if I didn't crit, I probably did. Actually, I think Perseus might have more than 5. I don't remember. I'd have to look, but I think Perseus might have more than that. Let's see if Bazette can just finish her off. Oh, Darius coming along. That's not necessarily bad. Do I need to counter? So, he's definitely dead if I counter. We got guaranteed crits. I can do a crit buff, although I'd waste the evade. 72k. What's more useful, the counter or the evade? I think I use the evade because we can easily wait a while and just have it come off cooldown. Alright, it's the other one that has the crit buff. That's just debuff immunity. That's fine then, so what I'll do is I'll just do the counter. That way, with the taunt, I don't take any damage. And then I guess we do. Actually, let's do Darius' Art Guard. Because otherwise I wasn't going to do any Darius cards, so that actually kind of works out. Like, we might have been able to kill there if I did, like, the Buster Chain, because they're all gonna crit. But, honestly, it's kind of better to get Darius into right there. Because Bazette can just wait around and get her cooldowns back, so... Fine. I basically traded her NP to get Darius NP game. Although Darius didn't actually get his NP, so... We'll see. I mean, I don't really need this team that much anymore. Mostly, Kugo Burr now. Although I kind of need to slow down my murder because we need chests. I'm really hoping BB just hangs out in the middle there, so I have time to like go fight Kama, because Kama's the hard part. Let's see what to do. Now I could just attack with Q and cast PFA and all that, and it's no problem. Oh, I already have PFA. Never mind. I must have wasted that invulnerability because yeah, I one shot. But I could wait until I have like the attack up. Because I bet you if I have the attack up, I can actually one-shot Saber. Let's see, so we can go that way. Darius can go that way. The main thing is I just gotta figure out how to get over there before I kill everything. Might just have to start fighting, these two are gonna kinda have to die. I mean, I could just walk past them, really. Like, them attacking me is not a big deal, but... Probably need to kill at least one of them. Yeah, probably kill Gil, then... Well, yeah, no, I'll kill Gil that way when she attacks me next turn, I can kill Gil for good, so they only get to attack the one time. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. We'll just make some stars here. I am so sorry, Gil, we're about to do an absolute... Well, look at this damage. Totally necessary. Yeah, well, we need that extra attack damage right there. Actually, most of Medusa's failures don't really have anything to do with Shinji. Shinji just doesn't help, right? Like, Shinji doesn't, But, like, her death to Kozuki doesn't really have anything to do with Shinji. And even if her master was Sakura there, she would have died anyway. Like her master stats don't really affect what happened to her against Kozuki. Now, obviously, because of the butterfly effect, right? She may have never ran into Kozuki, right, and it wouldn't have mattered. But like, if she gets attacked by Kozuki in that context, she's gonna die no matter what, unless she has pre-knowledge of what Kozuki is about. But if she just like runs into Kozuki at school like that, she's dead. Like, there's no way. Because she thinks he's a human, nothing about him is she's not gonna detect anything about him being, like, you know, servant tier, and then she has no way of surviving his technique, so she's just dead. And that same for really the Fate route. Like, she's not gonna. The only reason she survives Excalibur and Heaven's Feel is not because she has Sakura as a master. That's not why. She survives Heaven's Feel because Shiro has Emiya's arm and projects Roaias, right? That has nothing to do with like the master and stuff. So if she gets, you know, she fights Artoria and gets Excalibured in the face, she's dead, right? Like Shinji or Sakura has no effect on like how her Noble Phantasm's speed is and all that. Like, nothing changes in that department. So it really, like, as shit as Shinji is, it really is not his fault for most of her deaths. You know, he is incompetent, but even if he was a better master, he wouldn't have been able to save her. Like, most masters, never mind Sakura, right? If you, like, there are very few masters you could switch out with Shinji to result in Medusa surviving most of the routes. Like, maybe Bazette, right? Because Bazette's NP, like, Bazette has an NP, which is ridiculous, right? So Bazette could have saved her. But like most masters from like APOC and stuff, they're not gonna save her. That Fate Stay Night is a death trap for Medusa. Like, it's awful. Because, like, Medusa is not a weak servant, right? She's not. You put Medusa in, like, APOC, she'll do pretty well, right? Just don't fight, like, Achilles or Karna, right? But they're just, like, Ku is literally a giant fuck you to Medusa. That is, like, the worst thing ever for her. Hercules, she can't possibly kill enough times, right? No way. And it's fucking Hercules, right? So what are you gonna do? And then Gilgamesh, right? Obviously, that's terrible. And then Medusa's got, you know, the bounded field and all this nonsense set up, and then Kozuki can kill Medusa, and then Kojiro's there. It's like, what is she gonna do, right? Like, the only reason she gets anything done in Heaven's Feel is just because of plot armor. Like, I'm sorry, I like Medusa, she's really cool and everything. She's way cooler than half the other bitches in Fate Stay Night, but, like, she gets completely carried by plot armor in Heaven's Feel, where, like, everything miraculously works out, where she never runs into anybody that will kill her. And then, you know, Shiro bails her out against Excalibur, etc., etc. Like, she never has to fight Hercules. She never has to fight Gilgamesh, Ku, any of that. She has no chance against any of that stuff, right? So, like, Fate Stay Night is just a giant death trap for her. And, you know, again, it's like, she's a good servant, but that's not a good war to be in if you're, like, that power range. You put Karna in Fate Stay Night, like, okay, you know, he can get something done. Right, but you put fucking someone of like Medusa's caliber in there, and it's not so good. Like, it'd be cool to see Medusa, like, even in Fate Zero, it's better. Like, well, wait a minute. Let me think about that. So, Iskandar is like kind of horrible, but her Mystic Eyes actually counter him really well. So, like, that's not so bad. Gil's there and more serious, so that's bad. Oh, fuck. Gil didn't tag along, right? Because I backed up. He probably won't one-shot me, though. I don't think I need to evade or anything. Should be okay. Anyway, let's see. Dear Mid, that's actually a fun one. Dear Mid versus... I would actually Medusa's advantage there, but that's an interesting one. Wait a minute. Does Medusa have magic resist? This would be so stupid, but she actually might get charmed by Dear Mid. Look this up. Dearman's not kidding. Most women that he fights are just gonna fall for the love spot, and he doesn't even mean it, right? And then he can't help, like, he can't do anything, right? He can't get them to not be affected by it. Let's see. Okay, she has magic resist B. I don't remember if that's enough or not. I think, like, Artoria has A, right? And it barely phases Artoria. So it probably would affect Medusa, but it wouldn't, like, full-on charm her. So it'd probably be okay, right? It would just mess with her a bit. But anyway, her NP, I would say, is actually quite good against Pyramid. But, you need to, you know, use it. But yeah, it's nice that she has magic resist B at least. Okay, funnily enough, I'm pretty sure I can kill, goes in here. Let's see. I wish there was a way to just look at the fucking Mystic Code, dude. Like, I want to know what I have on the Mystic Code. I think I have the evade. I might want to stall though until I can heal again just to get my health back up. I mean, it's probably fine if I just attack. I don't think it's that bad. Even if I don't kill her, because I don't think I have the attack up. I can just recast my defensive stuff. Okay, we'll just do this. So we got a pretty big attack up here. Can I kill her? 57k. I could just kill Gilgamesh. I'd have to crit her twice, and that's very unlikely, I think. So I got the attack, but she has the defense down. I think I kill Gilgamesh, that way Gilgamesh doesn't tag along next turn. I think that's the thing to do. I wonder if I can get away with Art Quick. Maybe, but let's not get too stupid here. Oh, of course I could. I've got my attack up. Yeah, I should have done that then for NP game. Eh, it's fine. I'll have guts. And then like we'll have plenty of time to recast guts for the next enemy. Anyway, yeah, Fate Zero Medusa. Let's see what else is there? So Artoria is there again with higher stats, so that's bad. Yeah, Artoria is gonna kill her. Gil's gonna super kill her because it's Fate Zero Gil. Iskandar kind of depends on who gets serious first, I think. I'd probably say it favors Medusa though, just because Waver's kind of a shitty master and that makes her Mystic Eyes like super good. It's funny too because most people have Iskandar is super like OP and like most servants have absolutely no chance against him. But Medusa actually does have a good chance just because her Mystic Eyes work really well in that matchup. Let's see, what else? Okay, Gilius. That's if he summons his monster, she has no way of dealing with that whatsoever. Like, not a chance. Like her NP is not going to kill that. So Bizet being here is actually a bad thing, but thankfully it worked out because we could have gotten like crit and then Guts gone off and then attacked Bizet and then attacked Goo again. And if Bizet wasn't here, that would not have been possible. But thankfully, it worked out. I could just NP her, to be honest, but it's probably better that I don't. It's probably better I kill her on my turn, so I get like a free turn to get cooldowns and whatnot. I guess get Bizet's NP while we're here. Let's see, Zerkerlot. That's a weird one. So if he has his jet, that's pretty awful. Oh my god, Bizet almost killed her. Let me look at Zerkerlot's stats again. Because he probably has terrible mana because of his idiot master and he's a berserker, so Mystic Eyes would work really well, and he doesn't have any abilities that would like counter the Mystic Eyes. The problem is, you know, Medusa doesn't always use her Mystic Eyes because she doesn't like them. He actually has magic resist, but only E, so I don't think that would just make him probably petrify slower. So if his master wants to, why the actually he has surprisingly good mana. Wait, is that hold on? Is that his stats with his idiot master? Okay, hold on. We gotta get character material book here. Lancelot 0. Okay, what are his stats with the dum-dum? Wow, why is his mana C? So you normally need like B mana, I think, for it not to go too bad. But he does have a little bit of magic resist, so he's actually probably fine. Like, if he stood there like just staring into her eyes for like, you know, 5 minutes, it'd be bad. But, yeah, he's probably fine. And because his stats are so insane and he has machine guns and all that. Yeah, no, he'd probably murder her, actually. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, he's got like A plus agility, A endurance, A strength, C mana, B luck. So yeah, now that's pretty bad for her. Like that's not great. Cause like, just gonna gun her down, really. And if she tries to get close, he'll super murder her. So yeah, that's weird that his mana is that high. Yeah, okay, that's bad. So yeah, Gilly is bad if he uses his monster. If he doesn't, she'll kick his ass. Because I mean, what the hell is Gilly gonna do about her MP, right? Like, there's nothing you can do about that. She'll like run over all the weaker minions and whatnot. So, who else is in phase 0? What are we forgetting here? 100 phase. That's weird. Let me think about this. Let me look at some of their stuff here. So there's so many of them, and like they're stealthy, right? So they can gank you. So here's the thing about 100 phase. Plot armor wrecks them in phase 0, but if they're actually used practically, they're really scary. And actually, they have a good mana stat, and each one of them is like specialized and really good at different skill. So it's like if they're all just 100 standing around chilling, right? Her NP would be rather effective, and then she could just run away if she needs to. But that's not really how in a fight with an assassin is going to go generally. So, if they all kind of if like 10 or 20 of them kind of gank her out of the shadows and throw daggers from different directions all at the same time, she's not tanky or anything, so that's not so good. So I don't know, it just depends on context. But that's kind of every assassin ever. It's like, what's the context? Okay, I actually want to heal because I want to slowly get my health back up eventually. So we will just punch her in the face here and make stars. I would say overall though, phase 0 is better for Medusa than phase 9. It's like, Zera's not so bad. Her phase kind of depends. His Canadar kind of depends. Gilius, like, as long as he doesn't have the monster out, it's fine. There's a lot better matchups there than phase 9. Okay. Now, hopefully the enemies will just chill for a minute here, because I need loot. So BB's coming up this way. Wonder if Jinko can handle that. I'll move in case not. Because all of our big boys are off doing stuff here. Okay, Bazette can get this. Darius can get these two. I mean, most of the other chests I don't even care about. I really need to just go fight Kama. That's the important bit. I think what we want to do is attack Kama, NP, go burr, back up, grab the NP gauge thing, and then like do it again. Okay, what do I have up? Okay, I still have guts up, but it's gonna fade soon. What's in the box? QP, 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 come on, QP, 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 like a million, that'd be great. No. Who the fuck needs pages at this point? Although new accounts definitely need them. Grab this. Hero proofs? Nope. Only one bullet. Messed up. Yeah, the thing is, like, what's weird about Zerkalot's master is he's garbage, but because of the insects, he's not, like, super garbage. Right? But without them, he's crap. But I'm pretty sure a big part of why he kills his master is because his master only has the stats to feed him properly, but by drawing on, like, the insect nonsense, which he can't survive forever. I think that's a big part of why he dies. It's like, if he was just a good master, he wouldn't have died there, right? Because he wouldn't have needed the insects and all that nonsense. Do I attack here? Okay, hold up. So, she has normal stats per turn, but she's 73k. Yeah, I probably attack, and then I can use Mash's MP. He's like a mana crystal. Kind of true, actually. The thing that really messes up Zerk a lot is if somebody has, like, Gwane's NP, right? Something like that is really bad for him. Now, Zerkalot, because of his armor and his high endurance, right, can actually survive some NPs. Like, he survives Iskandar's NP, although obviously it fucks him up a lot. But however, he only survives it because he doesn't get hit full on. He only gets hit by the bulls, not the wheels of the NP, because it actually says in his character material, if Iskandar's NP hit him like dead on, it would kill him. But still, Iskandar's NP is like A+, isn't it? So, that's pretty damn tanky. Now obviously he was like foobar afterwards and couldn't fight, but he is capable of like he might even survive Gwain's NP, because Gwain's NP does less damage per area. It just, the blast radius is so huge. But it'll definitely foobar him, and he has no way of dodging it or anything. He, like, big, giant AoE blasts, like Aya or, you know, Karna's NP or whatever, he doesn't really have a way of dealing with. If they're smaller, then he could, like, dodge it, especially if he has a jet or, like, a car or a motorcycle or whatever the fuck. But if they're, like, the really big, you know, blasty ones... Oh, fuck, Mash didn't tag along. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna actually use this because play the long game here. I mean, I would say armor normally does something in Fate more times than not. There are few characters though where it doesn't, but like most of the Knights of the Round and like Artoria and stuff, their armor does do something, like generally. I think one of the only times it didn't, and I don't remember if it's like this in the book, it might just be in the anime, but Mordred's armor just randomly doesn't do anything when Zig stabs her. Now obviously she had a high enough endurance stat that she literally didn't care, but like he goes through her armor like it's paper. But that might have just been in the anime. I don't remember if that happens in the book. It's been a while. But I remember that really standing out to me as being really stupid. Because the Knights of the Round armor has always been shown to be decently tanky. And it, you know, it's literally saved Zerkalot's life. And then Mordred just gets stabbed by Zig, and it just goes through her armor like it's nothing. It's like, what? Oh, Mash still had taunt from before. That's funny. I do not want to heal her because we want to heal too. Let's see, we'll do Smash Bridge in here real quick. But you know, Fate is not the perfect story, and they have plot armor everywhere, and inconsistent internal logic and that kind of stuff, absolutely. Well, the thing is, like, Gambler, it's... The fucked up part is, what really is going to dictate how something plays out in Fate's Stay Night is what the writer wants, right? There is so much convoluted nonsense in Fate's Stay Night. You can't... Like, the writer is just gonna pull so much bullshit out of their ass, right, that it's hard to say. But if you look at it logically, like, if I wanted to put something in Fate's Stay Night to make it interesting... let me think about that. Probably Enkidu, because Enkidu is gonna make Gil act strangely, and then Enkidu is super powerful, but unlike Gilgamesh, he's not an idiot, and he takes things seriously. The only problem with that, though, is it might be boring. Yeah, now that I think about it, putting Enkidu in Fate's Stay Night might be boring, because that would probably result in Enkidu and Gilgamesh killing everything. And although that is hilarious, and although I take like a bad end, right, for that, like a quick little detour where Gil and Enkidu just slaughter everything and then fight each other, you know, I'm okay with that, but that does not make the most interesting story, because, like, Enkidu is fucked up like that. He's Gilgamesh powerful, but he's not dumb. So, yeah, it's not great, right? He doesn't, like, underestimate things, and he'll take things like, you know, Grail nonsense really seriously, so that would kind of make the story a bit boring. Let me think. So you want something that's gonna maybe, you know, take some of the funky aspects of Fate's Stay Night seriously, but then not kill everyone. That would be the thing. Or you have Enkidu, and then Gilgamesh and Enkidu just go leave and hang out because Gil doesn't actually care about the Grail War, and then you just have Fate's Stay Night, Gil, right? Because Gil's the reason for a lot of the idiotic plot armor and plot devices in Fate's Stay Night, by the way. So there's that. Karna would be... No, Karna is probably too much. Same problem there. Blackbeard would just get wrecked. Like Blackbeard would just get absolutely wrecked. Billy is not gonna do anything too noticeable. I mean, he has some interesting fights with some of the characters there, but like he's not gonna affect the like major plot points of either the Fate, because ultimately it's the Fate route on the Blade Works or Heaven's Feel, right? And he's not gonna do anything that's gonna like subvert anything too significantly there. Okay, hold on, let's go punch BB in the face. Hold on, I need to skim through some servants here. Like, it's easy to inject something into the Fate route on Unlimited Blade Works, especially Unlimited Blade Works. Unlimited Blade Works is probably the easiest route to slap a servant in and have something interesting play out. It's the other two that are fucked up. Because Heaven's Feel, it's like plot armor everywhere with Grail Juice, right? And the Grail Juice kind of just kills almost everyone unless you have a very specific toolkit. And then the Fate route, you know, Gil's got, you know, he's set on Artoria, right? Making sure everyone else dies except Artoria. So those two routes are pretty hard to... So let me look at some stuff here. You know what? Okay, actually, what's awesome is some of the assassins, because a lot of the assassins can actually like stealth murder, like Zokin and Sakura, and get rid of that bullshit. But then they're not necessarily gonna just slaughter everyone else. So if you had like I got it, King Asan, that's the one. That's abso-fucking-lutely the one. That'd be a pretty good one. The only problem with that one though is he's not stealthy to the thing he's targeting. Now he'll murder Zokin like it's nothing. He could probably kill Sakura, but then he's not gonna run everything with every other servant. But he's not weak either, so yeah, I would say yeah, King Asan's pretty good. I don't think Sakura's surviving his NP, and Zokin is definitely not surviving. And King Asan is smart enough to not walk into the Grail Juice. Like, very much so. Yeah, no, he's perfect, right? And he's got, yeah, he's got independent action at a really high rank and all that nonsense. So yeah, he's definitely the way to go, because his NP would definitely kill Zokin. That's perfect, actually, because a lot of other servers don't have a good way to just gank Sakura and Zokin, but he absolutely does. So yeah, no, he's perfect. I'm totally okay with this. Because then if you have King Asan running around, he doesn't like auto kill most of the regular servants, and then you have some really interesting fights there. So yeah, King Asan actually. All right, 24K. We can probably do that. Do that. You know what? And let's just hope he kills Shinji while he's killing Zokin. Chat, that's a good timeline right there. All that work and that was just one health bar, but that's fine. Okay, we need Bazette to get loot. So thankfully, a lot of the enemies seem to kind of just be chilling, but they'll probably activate when I get in like that inner circle. I guess we put Bazette over here, like Ku, in a second here. Man, imagine being Curse Arm, right? It's pretty, you know, unlikely that he even gets summoned in the Fate timeline, right? He only gets summoned in Heaven's Feel, right? So imagine that happens, and then King Asan is there, right? It's like, well, shit. I'm gonna be honest, Chad. There is no world where Curse Arm is able to protect Zokin from King Asan. That's not happening. I think the game crashed again. I'm seeing a theme here. I'm not even sure the Hassans would try, to be honest. They might actually view him as more important than the rules of the Grail War, to be honest. I'm not really sure. Because First Arm is pretty damn different in Heaven's Field than he is in FGO. And he's pretty motivated to get the Grail. Now, another fun one I'd like to see, especially like in Unlimited Blade Works, is Fate Strange Fate Hassan, although his entire toolkit is not known yet. But that guy is just so stealthy and crazy, it'd be really interesting to see him in anything. I'd be happy to, I just want more of him in any story, really. Let's see. So, BB doesn't get to go again, so there's no point in doing a survival skill here. Just smash, smash.
押し切ります。ターゲット。やー。倒します。見事な采配です。先輩。
All these loading screens. I think it's longer though because it has to like reset the board. It's gonna do like the turn thing again and all that. I mean, Emmy Alter actually isn't ultimately that different at the end of the day, like personality-wise. Okay, so I don't want to loot this. We go ahead and attack here. I actually, it's okay if Guts goes off here. And then if I one-shot her, it's fine too. It's fine either way. So we got burn from attacking her or something. That's kind of annoying because you're not allowed to, Okay, so if Guts goes off here, like if I don't kill her and she attacks back, I don't want to heal. I want to heal later. Right. Okay. I can obviously PFA, but I think we wait on that. I really wish I could use my Guts again though, because I want to do the attack up. I'm low on health. And I could do this attack up, and I would just do insane damage. Because when you're low on health, the attack up is huge. But, I'll do that. It's okay if it doesn't one-shot, because, again, the Guts is free. Close. Alright. Kinda are gonna whiff our Guts then. I kinda wish it had gotten taken though so I could recast it. I could grab the NP here, but I actually don't think I need to because I need Guts to go away. Because I need to recast it for the attack up. Because if I'm gonna NP again, I want it with the attack up. Okay, I don't think we moved Darius in yet because I don't want to activate all this nonsense. I want to take my time to get what loot I can, so... Boy, BB kind of got destroyed by the elephant here. I tell you, what I'd actually like to see though in Fate Stay Night is just a route that plays out with less plot armor, really. Like, just reduce the plot armor bullshit. And then, like, have Bazette in it instead of, you know, like for Ku, and then, you know, have Medea not get screwed over by literally everything. That would be great. What is this damage right now? Oh my god, I should have done my NP. Jesus Christ. What? I was so confident we were gonna kill there. Hopefully we have enough defense up, but I don't know about that. Man, just thrown a little bit. The elephant was doing so well up to this point. Okay, we're pretty tanky though. I don't know about that. Uh-oh. She might kill us when she attacks us next turn. Of course you're critting. Yeah, now the defense buffs are gone. Yikes. By the way, she can live indefinitely against Guadia. She could kill like 99 Guadias, gameplay-wise. Like, I'm not kidding. It just takes a really, really long time. I should probably back Darius up one just in case. I don't want to trigger the beehive. Yeah, I didn't think I needed to use any of my resources there. I was trying to save it. But, BB, what are you doing? BB, that was so stupid of you. That was the one that had all the defense buffs. Like, what are you doing, champ? I kind of want to do Mash's NP, so, the elephant has it. Don't crit, don't crit. Why did you crit? I should have just NP'd and then Buster Arted. I just didn't think I needed to do that. Oh my god. Well, no NP for us. It doesn't matter. We're probably not going to use them much anyway, but you know, they might be able to like run in there and grab some loot or whatever. Stupid, man. Alright, I need my guts to go off. This is important. So I need to not break her health bar. That's fine. Why do I have healing now instead of burn? Alright, so just don't do anything. Don't cast a damn thing. Just let boss punch you in face. Get rid of guts. We'll make stars over here. Actually, let's just... No. Yeah, we'll make stars. Well... It's like there's that NP thing on the field, so... I don't really need NP game, but I could get my NP that way, and then use it, and then pick up the NP. Oh, it's the slot machine, I see. That makes sense. Forgot about those. Okay, that's nice. I'm low on health, which is good. Okay, just in case they come this way. That's probably decent loot because they're making that hard to get. Chat, you know how I have like dumb luck when I, especially when I stream. But so I haven't been playing Genshin much, but I saw Genshin added a character with green hair, and I was like, okay, I'll use those the little summons they give you that can only be used on limited banners, right? You can't use them on story summon. I had 3 10 summons worth of those, right? But I wasn't going to use any of like the SQ they give you, right? So like, okay, fine, I'll do that. I got the new character every single summon. So I summoned 3 times and I got the new character every single summon. And that is so outrageously lucky because Genshin does like split banners, like a lot. And so it was like 4 stars and there's 3 4 stars and they're all split right up. And I got the character every single summon. And I'm not even playing the game right now. So I was just like, okay, sure. But yeah, I don't even know anything about the character. They just have green hair. So I was like, okay, so I'll roll for that. But yeah, I don't know anything about the character whatsoever. But yeah, then you had the Lancer Artoria, the Lancer Artoria bit. That was pretty ridiculous. Okay, now it's okay to heal. We've had the guts go off. The Lancer Artoria was ridiculous, Constantine was ridiculous. We've had bad luck too, though. Like, it happens. Alright, well, I'll set up here. Wait, I probably should have gone and grabbed the NP, and I could just one-shot this health bar now. Because now, like, the NP out there doesn't matter as much. Whoops. I really should have switched out this command code for something else, but, it'll do. That's a reasonable amount of damage. Yeah, just do 39k in neutral, that's fine. No problem. Yeah, I could have grabbed the NP and I could have just killed her there, but now it's like, there's not much point. We just move the Zet and then pass. There's not much point in giving Ku the guts, so maybe we have the Zed grab that, because she might get aggro here. Well, I'm pretty... Isn't the next zone in Genshin going to be the zone for, like, the grass element? So you're going to get a bunch to pick from. I'm going to play Genshin again whenever that happens. I've been playing it just a little bit to, like, till I get through the main story of the Weep Zone, which I've done. I think I still have to do like the chasm or whatever, but yeah, I've kind of, you know, I really did not like that whole series of updates for Genshin, so I stopped playing it really. But whenever they go to the new zone, I'll try it again for real then. But like right now, I'm kind of just playing it ultra lightly. Alright, well I can break here. Not doing anything serious. I've got MP per turn, but that's really useless here. Boy, I could see this combo fight being hard for some people, but it's not a problem for Ku at all. I'd say a solid Berserker wouldn't have a hard time either. Like 200k per health bar ultimately is not that bad. Yeah, Herc will be fine, you know, stuff like that. Alright, go full burst here. Although actually, that 90% crit is pretty nice. If you're careful and pick your battles wisely, you can do it. Most things. The faster you can do it, like the smoother you can do it, like the easier it is to manage the rest of the board while you're at it. Although this board seems to be kind of easy to just wait around. So, like the board yesterday, it was kind of hard to not win, right? Like you had to work to not win. But getting the loot was actually really difficult, but they're giving you a lot of time where the enemies are just chilling. So there's the lore, that's nice. It's probably like just equivalent to the pages on the other side. Yeah. Wait, no, that's hero proofs. What? Game, that is a bronze match. But I'll take it. I guess it's silver because it's 3 of them. I guess I can pick this up. Okay, how does this work? So when you enter here... I think I can... Well, no, we can't loot that one necessarily. That's the one I can loot. Because, like, yeah, that's the equivalent. Okay. I should have just gone right there. But, oh no, I needed the loot, the pickup. So these 3 at the top will be easy to get, but the bronze ones really don't matter. If there's anything valuable here, it's that one. That might be a little tricky to get. What I might do is just have... I'm worried Taiga will come over, because anything that aggroes is probably going to die, so, I need to have, like, someone just, like, murder what's in their way, then grab it. This is where bringing a rider would have been good, because I could have, like, put Ku over here to distract them, they come running over, then the rider goes in there and grabs the goods. Strange turn on their part. Not particularly useful there. Now she probably has some gimmicks. She's like the main boss. Yeah, she's 60, 2020. So she still couldn't attack me there though. I can just wait there, it's fine. I think I need to wait just a little bit before I move Darius. Wait, what? Oh, right, because her attack is 20. Well, that's kind of a waste of a skill on my part. That's a weird gimmick, and you can stop that if you bring the anti-petrify man code. It blocks those. Well, I can just recast it, so it's not a big deal, but that's kind of annoying.
任せな呪いのシュアリをご所望かいおうさらその心臓もらい受けるゲー
やるじゃないですか
Yeah, immune to burn apparently, but not really that big of a deal, to be honest.
なんだよあっけねえな
It's like, oh no! Who's so weak without it? I kind of need to like move her though because I need to get this. I wonder if I can get her to chase me. You can't get her to chase you forever though because she's gonna attack you a lot. So you can only buy so much time here. All right, let me think about this because I really want to get this right here. So the thing is, Darius needs to be farther away from her though than Ku is. So let's see. It's like right here, it's only one square. Fuck. No, we know it's two squares. There's one here. Okay. Because I don't want BB to just be able to attack like 9 times in a row. Like, so I don't really want to attack her right now. Let's see. Maybe I don't move Darius yet. Because that will get her to move twice and attack once. Let's see, so that puts her 2 away from Ku. Right now she's 1, 2, 3. Right now she's 4 away from Darius. I can probably move up 1. Okay. So she's way out of the way now. She's actually probably going to put Bizette in the fight. I didn't even think about that.
こっちこっち
Actually, a shame that the boss won't get another turn though, because I could totally do the counterattack thing. I guess I can... Let's see, she's not going to attack again. But I can do defensives now and they'll stay. However, as nice as it would be to use Bizette's stuff here, I could actually give the attack up to Ku, and I could even Star Bomb, and he could triple crit with double attack. I gotta do that. That's too good. It's a shame that the Yang CE though doesn't work here because that would absolutely slaughter. Oh, not quite enough. So close.
単純に
I want to try to do something with Bizette here though if I can. I don't want to just waste the NP. But also I need to think about not murdering her though, but maybe we can keep Lee alive. He seems to be chilling. Okay. Everyone run in the base. The raid. We really do need a rider here, so he can get that next turn. And then go there. He still needs quite a few turns to get this. I think Lee is going to have to be the one, though, we keep alive. We might want to kill BB here. So I can attack, break her health bar, and then Bizette might be able to switch to an attack, and then kill her with counter. Although I don't know if the counter will actually kill, but I think it's okay if BB dies here. Why is she... What? I wonder if that counts. I don't know if that counts. Well, this is weird. Gimmick's not making any sense here. It won't matter though because it'll go away for the next fight, but that's pretty silly. Well, let's see if the damage icon appears. I'll put it in slow-mo so we can see clearer. Yep, yep, you're getting get the thing. Unless that's this right here. That first one might have just been the flat damage from the command code. Maybe it's not counting for Yang CE. I'm not sure, because the one icon should be this, but this might not actually be applying.
今
'Cause
の
I don't know
全
what this
力
is. This might only apply on other circumstances. So I don't know if Yang CE was kicking in or not there. I know the first card showed 2 of those symbols, but that might have been because of the command code, the flat damage one. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't know. Is there any reason to back up this way? Not really. I can just switch places. Yeah, I was trying to see if the Yang CE worked because of the slot machine gimmick, because it gave her burn. I wanted to know if that did anything. Okay, so we will do that. So if we kill or not is probably going to be based on... Oh, I'm in slow-mo. Well, we get a nice look at Bazette's NP here. It's going to depend on how much BB decides to attack here. We're not doing much damage on our own. Shame we didn't get a lucky crit there.
どうせ捨てるし残酷に落としてあげる
Actually wish she was not NPing, but
もう逃げられませんよ
what are you gonna do?
これが欲望の果て肥大したエゴの末路カーストカッティングクレーター面白いました
Nice damage.
切り札こちらの先だ
Okay, come on, hit me again.
残酷
Oh, you dumb fool. I think she's dead. Alright, now we just need to not kill Lee.
よかった
Well, Bizette did not give a crap about any of that. If the stage had ended right there, I'd have been pretty mad. Yeah, that would indeed proc Bizette's NP. Alright, someone needs to run in there and grab that one. Alright, shit, I can't get the loot because she's standing on it, and it's impossible for me to one-shot her because she has 2 health bars. Fuck. And now, if I have to kill her to get it, then all that's left is Lee. Just see red press red. I don't need my NP or anything. Oh, I should like take it out of slow-mo. Taiga, can you go home? We're trying to loot stuff here. It's still different than Angra's NP because Angra's has different activation timing, obviously, and Angra's is true damage, where Bizette's is not. So they're even though like on the surface these seem similar, ultimately they're actually not that similar. And in the right circumstances, Angra's NP can actually be like game breaking, but the investment is so insane to get a high return off of it. You need to take him to 120 NP5, and it has to be a circumstance where true damage matters, which is pretty rare. And what they like to do is when true damage is good, they like to give the enemy a health range that Angra's NP won't break anything. They do that on purpose. Like if you try really hard, you can get Angra's NP to do like 80,000 damage, and it's true damage, right? So it ignores damage resist, damage cut, defense up, evade, and vulnerability, everything, and even hard gimmicks that they make up, it ignores. But like the best you can get is around 80k, and oftentimes that's not enough to like super break fight. I guess I'll save the heal. I want Taiga to die next turn so I can move forward. So let's just do this. Yeah, and the coins. There's just so much goes into setting up Angra in an optimal way. But it is interesting because he does accomplish something that no other unit can do, aside from like dot spam, but it's easier for the game to counter dot spam, which is debuff immunity and shit like that, where the game doesn't really have anything to counter Angra. Like, for real, there's just gimmicks don't exist that actually counter Angra, but it's Angra. Honestly, if it was easy for Angra to get up to like 100k damage, he would actually be kind of busted. Which is why you can't do that. Alright, what do we get? Oh! That's nice. Fuck. Someone's gotta get sneaky here, because Lee's gonna go for somebody and get it in the way. This is gonna be... and as soon as Lee dies, the stage is over. Let's see, you can bolt. One go this way, one go that way. The main thing is we need to just not kill Lee. Actually, this Griffin wasn't too bad. It would have been more fun if they spread the difficulty out better. Like, the average chums are just too weak. And like, obviously if you're a lower in account, then they won't be, but then it's gonna be like bullshit instead. So that's like the whole problem with Grail Fronts. It's gonna be really hard to make a difficulty that's fair. Like, the game itself already has that problem, but she's literally trying to block us from getting the loot, by the way. But thankfully there's enough paths to it that I don't think she can stop us. Okay, if I move right now, like if I move here, Lee will go right here. So I need to wait. He can attack me there. Let's see, what if I go here? If I go here, he can go there. And then Mash can go around. I think it's better to just stay here and let him attack me once. And then you just go whichever direction he doesn't. Either that or you go here, and then you move Mash here. That's fine. That's totally fine. And then, I can even break his one health bar. The only thing you can do to fuck me up is if BB moves there. But, yeah, fuck you, game. I probably shouldn't kill Lee's health bar then if I can help it, just in case something stupid like that happens. We'll punch BB in the face if we get the opportunity. Okay, it's nice that he didn't proc our guts. Alright, so we need to do the lowest amount of damage possible. Yeah, Grail Front I think is inherently hard to make like a good fight. You're either gonna Raffle Stomp them, or they're gonna Raffle Stomp you. Right? That's just, it is so like that. Okay, time to give BB hell here. I figured she'd have dialogue if you hit her. I wonder what she says when she's at 1 health. Okay, she can't escape. So, none of our health bars have been broken. It will be here, although I could have prevented it. If I wanted to prevent this health bar from being broken here, I could have attacked and cast Guts. But I figured we'd just wait. Although if he's dumb, he won't. Okay, no, he got it. I was gonna say, if he was dumb, he wouldn't act. Oh, wait, no, we still had Guts. I thought he procced it last time. Well, still hasn't broken a health bar then. It's okay if we break this here. Now, chat, you technically get more if you kill Lee. Because you get like a little bit of bond, right, when you win and stuff. But honestly, I kind of like the idea of just punching BB in the face. I feel like that's a good way to win. Not so cocky now. Alright, let's see if, whoa. No, that's fine. No, we can just switch. I'm sure she'll be fine. Lee gets to live.
乗っ取った戦いとかもうゴリゴリです。
Okay. We're free. We got all the loot. Honestly, 9 million. 9 million QP, a lore. That's not bad, and the 3 hero proofs are good. I always recommend Armored Core for answer. It's my favorite video game ever. The thing is, if you really want to... Okay, so if you want to play Armored Core just for the gameplay, just play Armored Core for answer. Like, fuck everything else, just play Armored Core for answer, and you have a good time. If you want to play it for the story, or a mixture of, then play Armored Core 4, then for answer. Like, story-wise and universe-wise, it is way better to play Armored Core 4 first than for answer. Like, Armored Core 4 Answer's story is actually, I'd say overall, like, better told than Armored Core 4 by a lot. Generally, you play Armored Core 4 and you have no idea what happened. Like, that's pretty much what it is. You play Armored Core 4 one time, you have no idea what happened. But there's a lot of important information there that makes Armored Core 4 Answer a lot better. And 4 Answer is much easier to understand. You'll understand Armored Core 4 better after playing 4 Answer, but it is good to play them both if you care about the story. Like, absolutely, they are very tightly connected. It's not it's not like Final Fantasy, right, where they're not connected. Like, Armored Core 4 to Armored Core 4 Answer are extremely tightly connected, and it is a much better story experience if you play both. But yeah, if you only care about the story, you can just play for answer. And yeah, I guess it's true. You could watch it on YouTube. The problem is a lot of the storytelling, it's like Dark Souls, right? A lot of the storytelling is not done directly. If you really want to like absorb the story, you need to like read the mission descriptions. You need to look at the bios of the pilots. It's easier to do though than Dark Souls to like keep up with everything, but it's hard to get all of that in a YouTube video. But yeah, for answer is definitely the best gameplay wise. So that's just it. I wish they'd given us like a bonus like, free quest stage or something. Or maybe unlock something after this, we'll see. I don't mind Dark Souls form of storytelling, but it doesn't fit for everything. And I actually think Armored Core does it better. I think Armored Core does a much better job of that style of storytelling. Especially for Answer. Because Armored Core 4 Answer, it does tell you the main story. It does. You will understand the main plot points that are happening, but like when you run into certain characters that are opposing you and stuff, you're not going to necessarily understand their motivations and stuff unless you dig deeper, right? There's definitely nuance and hidden stuff to unearth if you pull out the magnifying glass, but you do get a good surface level story that makes sense if you from just the main story of 4 Answer. And I think that's a better way of doing it, right? Where Dark Souls, it's just like, what the fuck if you don't, dig deep constantly. Oh, you mean like use Summer BB against like Lobo or whatever lost? I guess we could do that. There's really no reason we couldn't if someone has a good Summer BB. Geez, that's a face. It's really hard though, it's hard to show her off because she's more about enabling someone else. So, like, we could just pick a DPS we think that's fun with her, right, and then do it. So her and that DPS can do whatever, but then everything else is budget. I think that's kind of fair. But she's a very weird unit. Yeah, she can enable herself, but she's still inferior to literally anyone else. Like, there's no way around that. The way her kit is, she is always better if she's enabling someone else. Unless the enemy's like some weird class or something where she turns out to be really meta. But it's always better to make someone else better. Like, she's a good DPS, but she's no, meta DPS on par with everything else out there. So there's always something better. Like, if you're fighting an archer, enabling the Lancer is better, right? Like, massively so. Or if you're using, like, just a really high-end DPS, giving them the deck. Because it's not about her toolkit, it's about the deck, right? And it's just better for, like, the other unit to get her buffs, their own buffs, and then them have the deck. And that's never going to change, right? The only way that's going to change if it's, like, the enemy's a class that she gets bonus damage on, which is going to be really rare. And then she's, like, an event servant, right? Like, if those two things are in play, then she's going to be better. But Generally speaking, she's always better if she's making someone else. Like, yeah, she can make herself strong and she can do all right, but it's still gonna just not be as good. And again, it's just because of the way the deck freeze works. It's kind of like Penth, right? Like when you do Penth and Jerker together, Jerker is just going to do more damage than Penth because Penth gives her buffs to herself, but then she buffs Jerker, and then Jerker buffs herself, so then Jerker is just doing better. Like there's other units that have their own dedicated DPS toolkits that can have the stuff that BB gives them, and then their own stuff on top of it. That's and then counterclassing, right? That's so far ahead. Yeah, I'm sure the buff helps her a bit, but yes, that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it's very story light. It's just a prank, bro. But we'll do it both ways. We'll do it both ways. We'll give her a strong DPS to enable. We might even use a Berserker just to be like cheating a little bit, and then we'll use her as the main DPS just cause. Okay, let's make some of these. I'll just do one for now. Okay, so I don't need to do anything because it's up to Lost. So I think on the first one, we'll just get really disgusting, and I'll use like a Berserker. Maybe not like the world's strongest Berserker, but we'll use a Berserker so they'll do a lot of damage. And then everything else though will be budget. And then we'll do BB as the DPS. Yeah, if it was the other account, I could do Mori, but that's actually not a terrible combo because if Mori is guaranteed to get, I'd have to do the other account though. But yeah, the problem with that is, and this is the problem with BB in general, is you just have to get lucky with the deck. Like, so let's say we fight Richard, right? And then on the turn that you show up against Richard, if you get a good, deck shuffle and then freeze the deck, then it's amazing. But then if you show up and you never get a good deck shuffle, then your buffs wear off. Or you never get the chance to cast them because you die, because, Mori's gonna die quickly, then it's not very good, right? So, and that's how BB always is. If she gets lucky, she enables some of the most broken stuff ever. So I'm gonna completely disagree with support in chat there. I do not recommend Armored Core 5 at all. I actually hard the other way. I think Armored Core 5 and Armored Core Verdict Day are awful, especially on the story and character front. They're incredibly shallow. It's like, I don't think Miyazaki was involved in those ones, where he was involved in Armored Core 4 Answer. And it's like, they are trying to be like Armored Core 4 in a very shallow way, and they're not understanding it, right? Like, you'll literally fight like an enemy next, or they're not called next in that game, but you'll fight an enemy Armored Core and Armored Core 5 and Verdict Day with no context, and then when you kill them, they just give you like an exposition dump that means nothing really, and then it just has no connection to anything else in the story, and you just move on and do it again. There's so much of that in Verdict Day. Now, Verdict Day is still a fun game. Like, it's just really different and unique. And it has a few cool story moments in it. It does, I won't spoil it, but there are some unique things in Verdict Day that are like, oh shit, like that, didn't see that coming, right? But overall, the story in Verdict Day is very weak. It does not have the depth that the world of Armored Core 4 and 4 Answer does, right? Though that world has a lot of depth to it, a lot of connections, a lot of character motivations and stuff, where everything in Armored Core 5 and Armored Core Verdict Day is like very surface level and just kind of stupid. So I really don't recommend it. I think it's a terrible place to start the series. I think it'll give you a very warped... it's very shallow, right? It's much more shallow. The music is good, that's true. The music's great, but that's kind of true for all Armored Core games. Like, I would say if you want to get into Armored Core, either start with like Armored Core 3. Some people disagree with me on that, but I think Armored Core 3 is very good for like understanding the old school version of Armored Core. So either start with one of the Armored Core 3 versions, because there's a couple of versions of it. So Armored Core 3, or you start with Armored Core 4/4 Answer, which that's where I really think you should start. And I think you should always play Verdict Day after. Like, I cannot stress this enough. There's a huge spoiler that I won't go into right now, but like, I think playing Verdict Day before playing For Answer in 4 is just a criminal thing to do. Do not do that. If you ever play Verdict Day, play it after playing For Answer and Armored Core 4, and maybe even after playing, like, the older ones. But yeah, do not fucking play it first. I think it's terrible. But I think you can just skip Armored Core 5 entirely. I actually recommend skipping Armored Core 5. Because Armored Core 5 has a terrible story, and it is Armored Core 5 is barely connected to Armored Core Verdict Day, right? They are technically connected, but the connections just don't fucking matter, because Armored Core 5 didn't really matter. It's bad. And then Verdict Day is just so much better gameplay-wise. Like, Armored Core 5 is the most skippable thing on the planet. Just look up the soundtrack on YouTube, and you're good. Metal Wolf Chaos is peak fiction. I mean, there's some truth to that. In my opinion, from pure gameplay, I think For Answer is the best one. But some people say some of the older ones are better, but it depends. Anyway, so chat, I haven't done this on my ult account yet, so I'm gonna have to do the whole fucking thing if I want the Grail. And I just, oh my god, I'll just cheese the shit out of it, I think, to be honest. Alright, go down to... Yeah, at some point we really should do Mori, though, with Summer BB, and just see if we can get lucky. And then to have Mori Brave Chain over and over again. That'd be pretty funny. The thing is, like... Okay, chat, here's the problem. This really is a problem. Mori, in a proper setup, can one-shot Richard anyway. Or one-turn Richard anyway. So, why bother... like, doing the BB thing, right? And, like, doing less damage, but they're doing, like, consistent damage turn after turn after turn. Like, what's the point? If you buff stack properly, you can just one-shot Richard anyway, in one go. So, like, it's what are you gonna do, right? Like, the synergy's not really there unless the content is harder, right? If you're gonna do, like, BB Mori, you want it to be something, like, really, really hard. Or, like, with lots of health bars. This is not the right... This is not 1.5, that is a main interlude. I blame Grail Front for this. Yeah, I'm completely with Saber Nero that just don't... The Armored Core 5 is just pointless. It's inferior to Verdict Day in gameplay in every way, and then the stories are not connected really in any meaningful way. And 5's story was never good to begin with, so Verdict Day is just better. And Verdict Day doesn't really have that great of a story, to be honest. It's fairly shallow, but it does have unique and interesting gameplay that is pretty fun, I would say. And this is sad because it's hard to do, but Verdict Day actually has really good co-op. It has surprisingly good co-op, because it was like designed with multiplayer in mind. It's like the only Armored Core game like that for co-op. Obviously, a lot of them had PvP in mind, but it is very fun to play the co-op in Verdict Day. It is very fun, and there's some really hard missions that are balanced well for it, and it's really fun. But it's hard to do it because it's on an old console and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so we need Lost and we need Summer BB. I have no idea what slot she is in. I'm guessing maybe all slots. I don't see her there. Wait, what? Lost, you're killing me here. Do I need to refresh? Did I just miss it? See, that's MHX, bitch. Oh, there she is. My brain was not registering that. The fucking basketball one. Basketballer BB. Fucking bullshit. Okay, so let's think about this. So we want it to be a budget team, except for her and then maybe the DPS. I mean, we could do like, you know, Lu Bu or whatever, but he's not 10-10-10 over here. Is Jerker on this account? That's like a... Why is she 6-10-10? Hold on, can I fix that? So that's a medium, you know, it's not really budget, but it's not whale either. So that's kind of a fair one. Use Super Orion? Yeah, that'll be fair. That'll he can 2-turn this anyway. Hey, Finn, thank you for the 36 months in 3 years. Jesus, man, I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, I tell you, man, It doesn't feel like I've been streaming that long, but I've actually been streaming for a long time, and it's kind of weird, but what are you gonna do? Basketball is fun, I actually agree. Now, I'm getting older now, so I don't know if I would enjoy it anymore, but when I was younger, I did really enjoy basketball. Right, skills. I have not been playing this account, so I don't even know if I have the FP for this. QP for this. Oh god. Okay, first off, fuck off, Smart Sword. You're so shit. So I'm guessing I am lacking something that she needs. Oh wow, it's the skill gems. Generally, Berserker skill gems are easy, but I really don't play this account much. And then, I probably have got a decent amount of Berserkers over here, because you've got Blood Axe is 10, 10, 10. Horse Bindo is 10, 10, 10. So between those two, that's a lot of skill gems. And then Pent is probably 10, 10, 10. Yeah, she is. And then she's got at least, 6 10, 10, so that's still a lot of gold skill gems. Oh, and then Brunhilder is 10, 10, 10, so there's more skill gems. So yeah, for an account that doesn't really farm, no wonder I'm kind of fucked up on Berserkers there. And then Lubu is 555, okay. I mean, shells are like the easiest thing to get ever, and there's barely anything that uses them. I mean, 6'3" is objectively tall, but it's not super tall for basketball, I suppose, because the standards are so high. But the average human is like 5'8", I think. It's like 5'7" or 5'8". I think it varies depending on the... In male, right? Human male, obviously the heights. I think female is like 5'5" or 5'4" or something. But yeah, I'm pretty sure human males on average are 5'8", so 6'3" is way above average. I have a PS3 emulator that's actually not really that jank, but you have to put a lot of effort into how you set it up. There's like a guide video on YouTube though. This guy breaks down how to set it up really clear and cleanly, and that it makes it really easy. But yeah, there's a PS3 emulator that is pretty smooth. Now, Armored Core is very difficult to emulate though, just due to the graphics and like you moving around so fast, so there's issues. So it's probably going to be a few more years before Armored Core is like really proper emulator emulatable. That's, I don't know if that's a word. Emulated. It'll be emulated smoothly in years, right? There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm pretty sure if you have like a monster computer and you get like really down and dirty, I think you can emulate it like pretty well. But yeah, the optimal way to play Armored Core to this day is like buying an Xbox 360 and then just playing it on there, because unfortunately the PlayStation version has problems. It never ran as well, and like the patch you need to like fix it, you can't get anymore. So the Xbox version is just better. So if you're just gonna like buy a console and just play it, 360 is the way to go. Okay. Might give her command codes because yeah, I'll do that. We're wanting to show off, so 2030 is really good on her actually, so we can just be swimming in stars here. Alright, let's go. I kind of wish Lobo had another health bar, because we might actually go stupidly quick here. I don't know if it's backwards compatible, because I know they have to like cherry pick which things are backwards compatible on the newer Xbox. I don't know, to be honest. You probably have to look that up. I kind of doubt it, even though it has such a cult following. It's not going to make enough waves right now for them to do that. I am so curious, though, what's going to happen when they make Armored Core 6, because they released Verdict Day after Dark Souls, but Dark Souls obviously put them on the map, but it's nothing like they are now, right? Between Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, and then fucking Elden Ring, FromSoft is just way bigger now than they were when Verdict Day came out, and that was the last Armored Core game that they made, and it was kind of phoned in. So if they really put effort into Armored Core 6 after becoming such a big name, and if they put it on like PC and stuff, it'll get more attention than Armored Core has ever gotten. right? Just because FromSoft is such a known developer. Now, people are going to be aware that even though it's FromSoft, that they're not making Mecha Elden Ring, right? So it's not going to bring in those kind of sales, absolutely not. But it will get more people to just give it a try, right? Because I know that Elden Ring, for real, I've seen this. Elden Ring, of all games, has gotten people to try Armored Core for Answer. It's gotten more people to try Armored Core for Answer than like any Armored Core game ever did, right? And some people like it, right? Because it is a very good mecha game, and some people just get into the, you know, the atmosphere and the story and all that. And some people don't, right? Because it is nothing like Elden Ring and Dark Souls, aside from being difficult, right? It's obviously very hard. But yeah, more people have gotten into Armored Core just through FromSoft getting popular than anything else. Maybe we bring Peace and Vulnerability here just because this is less about like being on par with the other setups that we do and more about just showing off what BB can enable. But yeah, I'm one of the few people around here that I was playing Armored Core before Dark Souls even released. It was very much the other way around for me. I've always liked, you know, Gundam and mechs, and I'd played a lot of you know, niche Japanese and Korean games because, you know, I have Korean family, or more like had Korean family, unfortunately. But anyway, so I've always been into like, you know, Asian games, and like back then they were a lot more niche. And I got into Armored Core just independently, and another game From Software made, Otogi 2, which is actually a pretty awesome game, at least off memory. I haven't played it in a very long time, so maybe it sucks. But and then I also played Lost Kingdoms, right? Those are all made by From Software. So I just liked From Software from those games. And I was like, oh yeah, this Armored Core is like the best shit ever. And then I because of that, I learned about Demon Souls. Now back then I didn't have a PlayStation, so I couldn't play Demon Souls, but I saw a couple of videos of it online, and I had some friends that had played it, and they kind of told me about it. And I was like, oh, that sounds awesome. And what really piqued my interest was just how, you know, it looked like it was so isolated, and it was really difficult and confusing because like the game didn't explain a lot, and you were like slugging your way through this really uninviting world, but there's these light connections with other players, and I heard you could be invaded, right? And I was like, but you know, back then people didn't even understand how the system worked. I was like, oh, that sounds awesome, but I couldn't play it. So I was like, well, you know, it sounds cool. You know, I like this FromSoft company. I'm gonna go play Armored Core for Answer now. And then later, right, I played Armored Core 4, I played Armored Core for Answer, I played Lost Kingdoms, I played Otogi 2, and I'd heard about Demon Souls, but I couldn't play it. But then I saw Dark Souls was coming out. I'm like, oh shit, this is like a spiritual successor to that Demon Souls game I knew about, right? And you know, I'm liking FromSoft, and now they're putting like more effort into this Dark Souls. It's like Demon Souls but better, which it is. Some people will hate me for saying that, but dude, Demon Souls has aged pretty badly in my opinion. Anyway, and so I was like, okay, I'll play that. I got really excited and, you know, waited for it to come out and played it day one, and, you know, really enjoyed it. But I was already, you know, a massive Armored Core fan, and as much as I love Dark Souls, and I truly love Dark Souls, I like Armored Core more, like I always have. But I do fucking love Dark Souls, and it's a unique, awesome thing, so. And I'm very happy that it's given them all the success, because it's put more of a spotlight on Armored Core, right? We're getting Armored Core 6 eventually, unless they cancel it, right? Because obviously we know they're working on it, but that doesn't mean, you know, we've seen some screenshots, but it was leaked, so they might be like, oh god, this sucks, we can't, and then they just shut the project down. So we don't know for sure that we're getting Armored Core 6. Okay, I guess we go defense removal. It's always good. It's either that or we go another... Yeah, no. No, we can do sure hit. Okay, you know what? We'll go sure hit instead of the 20% damage. If I have it. Okay, I've got it. I could put sure hit on the other one, but I feel like having 2 is good enough. You do not understand the sadness that I will feel if they cancel Armored Core 6. Like, oh my god, that would be absolutely terrible. I don't think they will, because, even though FromSoft is really well known for Dark Souls and all that, they have, like, Miyazaki has said this in interviews, and other developers there have said stuff along these lines. Their heart is with mecha. Like, that's why they made so many. Like, here's the thing, if you look at most of their games, they don't make that many of them. They made Otogi 1, Otogi 2, they never made another one. Lost Kingdoms 1, Lost Kingdoms 2, never made another one. Even Dark Souls, they just made 3, and then now they moved on to Bloodborne, and well, actually Bloodborne was before 3, but then Sekiro and then Elden Ring, right? They don't just keep spamming the same thing. The only series that they have ever made just over and over and over and over and over again is Armored Core. And then they've made some other mecha games that weren't even Armored Core. And they've, like they said in interviews, that's just where their heart is with mecha stuff. So even though it's hard for them to make it now because they're a bigger company, so they have more costs, for their employees and keeping the office open, right? So they need to make successful games for like a more mainstream audience. So that's why they make Sekiro and Dark Souls and those kinds of games. They still want to make mecha stuff, and they've been saying for years that they wanted to. I actually did not see this interview until recently, but someone brought it up when we realized Armored Core 6 was probably getting made. Miyazaki had just said in an interview that they were trying to make another mecha game. He just said that, but somehow that fell through the cracks, and people were like, "Oh my God, Armored Core is never happening." But then they started hiring people for like mech design and shit like that, and they said during the Armored Core anniversary, like they told Armored Core fans just to be patient and shit. So it's kind of obvious that they've had plans to make another one. Oh yeah, Chrome Hounds, that was a thing. I could do another defense removal on Art, and then do Merlin on Quick, or maybe heal, because we need to not die, but if we want to go fast. Do I need another defense removal? Nah, we'll just give it to one of the supports. I'm taking forever here, but trying to optimize. It'd be funny if they made like Armored Souls though, and they made like a mecha game, but it actually was a bit faster paced, obviously, and that kind of thing than what you get out of Dark Souls, but then had some of those mechanics. That might happen someday. Wouldn't shock me. Yeah, I don't like Deus Ex Machina. I agree, it's too shallow. It's Armored Core, but more shallow, like way more shallow. It's actually a huge disappointment to me. It doesn't look that good to me. Like, if someone, like, how do I put this? If I had to, like, kill an hour, right? Like, if I'm, like, waiting for something important and all I can do is play Deus Ex Machina, or the mech one, obviously there's the other Deus Ex, I'm getting my games confused. But yeah, the mech one that's like Armored Core. I could play it for an hour and, it'll kill time and it's fine. But it's no Armored Core, right? Yeah, it feels like Armored Core Lite. It's like Armored Core for dummies, and then it's not very hard, and there's just no, like, real good story and any of that. It's just, yeah, I didn't care about it much, to be honest. I wish I did, but, 'cause I want more games like that, but I think we're just gonna have to wait for FromSoft to do it. Every time someone tries to make an Armored Core, here's actually been a problem for FromSoft forever, and this is part of why they're so successful, because they have balls. What keeps happening, I've followed this part of the industry pretty closely. FromSoft does something, and it gets really popular, and then everyone else tries to copy it and make it mainstream, and then it doesn't work, right? Because the whole reason, like, I remember, what was that game? And there's so many games like this. What was it? Lords of the Fallen. It is so obvious. They're like, guys, let's make Dark Souls, but like really casual friendly, right? Get rid of all the intimidating stuff, all that PvP and all that, and just make it Dark Souls, but really casual. That doesn't work, right? And like almost every game that has tried to be like Dark Souls, and first off been less successful. I don't think any game that has tried to copy Dark Souls has been even close to the success that we've seen out of like Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring, Sekiro, right? Like no way. And all of them remove the hardcore elements. All of them. They always do that, and then it doesn't work because it fundamentally is not. The series is built around that, right? If the game becomes a joke, it's really easy and really inviting. It does that. The concept of the combat system and everything just falls apart, right? Then at that point, you're better off playing Devil May Cry or something like that. Neo is pretty good, but also Neo is not that much like Dark Souls, and also it's still as successful as it has been, and it's absolutely not as successful as FromSoft, not even close. But the thing about Neo is it actually pulls more from like Ninja Gaiden than it does from Dark Souls, like abso-fucking-lutely. As someone that has played a lot of Team Ninja games, like the only things it really takes from Dark Souls are just the when you die you drop your currency. That's about it, right? And like resurrecting at like checkpoint, right? That kind of thing. But other than that, it's actually a lot more like Ninja Gaiden and that kind of thing. like straight up. It is so much more in common with other Team Ninja games than it does with Dark Souls. Now, of course, Dark Souls, you would be completely blind to be like, oh, well, Dark Souls didn't influence Neo. It did. Of course, Dark Souls influenced Neo, but it's a much lighter influence than what you see from like Lords of the Fallen and a lot of other games that have tried to like just basically be Dark Souls, right? You know, I just think Team Ninja did the right thing, right? They realized that people like those kinds of games again. I think kind of because I think Team Ninja had been like scared to make another Ninja Gaiden because Ninja Gaiden 3 did so badly. So I think they misinterpreted it's Ninja Gaiden 3's failure for like people don't want games like that anymore, which I think they were incorrect about. But FromSoft being so successful, I think made them confident, be like, oh, people do want games like we used to make, and so they made another game like they used to make. So I know, yeah, Neo was very successful for Team Ninja, absolutely, but it is not as successful as Dark Souls, Sekiro, Bloodborne, you know, Elden Ring, all that stuff. Like they're no FromSoft with that series. But I think a lot of what makes Neo good, though, is just also like the market being bigger. Because here's the thing, Ninja Gaiden 1 sold millions of copies, right? And that's when the gaming industry was tiny. The thing is, I think if Team Ninja just had more confidence and just kept making games like Ninja Gaiden Black, they would be incredibly successful. Because for real, Ninja Gaiden 1 sold millions and millions and millions of copies, right? And the Ninja Gaiden 2 sold a lot, but not as much. But they also kind of started making it more mainstream. And the Ninja Gaiden 3 was the most mainstream, and it sold the least copies. And then they stopped making the games, right? And so the success that Ninja Gaiden 1 had is extra impressive when you factor in how much smaller video games were back then, right? Like that was like early 2000s. There were way less people playing video games. Consoles had way less adoption. You didn't have Steam and all that kind of stuff. So I think Team Ninja could have seen a lot more success sooner if they had just stuck to their guns. They just abandoned like their whole game design and started making, you know, beach volleyball after Ninja Gaiden 3 all the time because Ninja Gaiden 3 kind of flopped. But that's just because Ninja Gaiden 3 was a bad game. But you know, Neo kind of gave them the confidence to kind of go back to their roots, and then it was in an environment where video games thrive more. So obviously it did really well. But for real, I think if Ninja Gaiden Black had been a bit more, you know, modernized and, you know, better optimization, all that kind of stuff, and it released when Neo did, I think it would have done just as well, if not better. I think why Neo did so good was just because the gaming industry was bigger. Not to take anything away from Neo. Neo's a great game, but as it is a lot of Team Ninja's past games, it's just, you know, old. Okay, let's give like Chin Gong like one command code here real quick. I'm taking so long to do anything. I'm getting super sidetracked. It doesn't help though. It is so. Here's the thing: the UI in FGO is so bad, especially the command code UI. It is incredibly difficult to operate it while talking, right? Because it's that bad, right? If you just shut up and focus just on the command code UI, you can grit your teeth and get through this nonsense. But like just finding the correct command code requires a degree of concentration. And so if you're talking and interacting with the chat, it's like good luck dealing with this UI. Neo's gear is pretty bad. I will agree with that. It doesn't add much to the game. And you're kind of just looting the same thing over and over again, but now it has higher stats. And yet there are some side grades and there's some choices to be made with it. It's not all bad. It's certainly better than like Diablo. But ultimately the gear doesn't add much to Neo. And it doesn't need it. That's the thing about Neo, is it doesn't need it. They don't need all those RPG elements in there because their combat system is so good. That's the thing. Neo has incredibly well-designed movesets for their weapons, right? They're very well done, and they really need to just own it, right? They don't need it. The thing is that you had like Diablo 3 coming out back then and stuff like that when Neo came out. They were kind of in that era of gaming, and you know, what was it? Borderlands, right? Ever since those games, it's kind of just been the hot thing to do to slap RPG elements, you know, gear drops, you know, this item is just better than that item, even though they have the same moveset. That kind of game design has been very popular, and it's because it's same for gacha gaming and stuff. A lot of the philosophy that like kind of hooks people has just been figured out now. It's not like you need it, because if you look at FromSoft, their games don't have the kind of loot systems that Neo has, or Borderlands has, or Diablo has. They don't have that kind of RPG loot system. They're way more about like side grades. You know, it's a lot less linear. You know, starting gear can be relevant at in-game, right? That kind of thing. It's more classical loot system in that respect. And that works. That works just as well, if not better. It's so much harder to make. It is so much easier to do like these loot systems that you see in like Neo, Genshin Impact, Diablo. It's so much easier to do loot systems like that to give players motivation to keep playing, right? Because humans are fucking stupid, and like this, like, we got that whole carrot on a stick psychology that works on us, and developers know that, and so they know it's an easy way to kind of get people, you know, hooked. So it's very popular to put that kind of loot system in games. But I do think it does hurt Neo, even though I don't know, it might work, right? Like I might have gotten them more sales just because it has that kind of Diablo loot system in it. But anyway, yeah, I do think the loot overall is bad for Neo. I think Neo could have loot and have it be good if the loot was more just about the side grades and about making choices and, you know, having maybe kill a couple of optional bosses to get that optional sword that has an optional like gameplay style. That's all fine, right? If it had like a more Dark Souls-esque loot system, that would not be an issue. But thankfully, I think Neo is very enjoyable regardless, just because they do have a lot of depth in their moveset design and their boss design, or most of their boss design. Some of their bosses suck, but I mean, some of FromSoft bosses suck. Actually, a lot of FromSoft bosses suck, to be honest. Okay, I guess we just open with Qingong. Do I do another 2030? I'm kind of feeling, because we are using a Berserker, so... Yeah, I know Team Ninja has another game coming out, but it's not Ninja Gaiden, but I think they are going to make more Ninja Gaiden down the road. That's kind of what they've hinted at. But, their next game is probably going to be an action-y stuff, so we'll see. Dude, there's this game I've been following for a long time. It was being made by a Korean developer. Unfortunately, Nexon was their publisher, so I think you can see where this is going, because Nexon is a terrible publisher. And so, they've been working on this game for years, right? And it was getting pretty far along. And this... people, like the developers, not the publisher, the developers that have like quit or been fired or just leaked it have said what has happened is they were working on this game this whole time, and it was basically going to be a lot like Vandictus, the old school Vandictus, not the modern one, but like the old school Vandictus. And, you know, it's looking pretty good, right? And I was pretty excited for it. And then Nexon saw the success of Elden Ring, and they canceled it and told them to repurpose it and make it like Elden Ring. Like that, and like, what the fuck? So that they spent years making this game, they were getting really close to it being done, and Nexon is just like, nope, we're canceling you, but repurpose that and make it Elden Ring. And they're just like, bro, like, you can't, we can't just do that. You can't just, and whenever it comes out now, it's probably gonna be garbage, dude. Like, it's gonna be such a hodgepodge. And it's such a misunderstanding. Yes, Elden Ring is popular, but a big part of why Elden Ring is popular is just because it's not a shitty game that has the game philosophy of most AAA games, right? You don't need to be like Elden Ring. It doesn't need to be open world. It doesn't need to be those things. You just need to have a good design philosophy, for God's sakes, right? Like, honestly, like Dark Souls 3, if it released to the same hype that Elden Ring had, is going to be about as successful as Elden Ring was. I don't think that open world is inherent to like the success of that game at all, right? It doesn't hurt, right? Because people do like open world games, and especially because it's made so well. But the main thing is make good game, you know, have a fucking spine, and then, you know, make quality. That is generally the key here. And then have good marketing. Like, no joke, marketing and build up is a huge part. I mean, I've seen this, right? When certain games just kind of catch on Twitch and all that, and everyone on Twitch is excited about it, that gets everyone on, you know, other platforms excited about it, and that is just such a big thing, because then people feel like, oh, everyone's playing it, I don't want to miss out, and it gets more people to play it, right? That kind of, when you get in that marketing spot, almost regardless of your genre of game, you're going to be successful, right? Even Raid Shadow Legends, actually, though, has been very successful because of their marketing. Now, they might have overdone it, because they market so much that people, like despise it, even though they don't know anything about it. So that's not necessarily a good thing, but Raid Shadow Legends has actually been a very successful game. I don't know how it's doing recently, because it's, you know, pretty old now, but it was overall very successful, at least in its prime, so, like, the marketing worked. But that's not even the marketing I'm talking about, right? Like, that's brute force marketing. That's pay money, play ads, right? which you need some of that, but that's really not the marketing that made Elden Ring explode. Absolutely not. The marketing that made... So, Elden Ring is in a unique spot. Now, this has happened to other games. This is not unique to Elden Ring, but they had a kind of a unique way of getting to this point. So first off, there's just a lot of hype behind FromSoft because of Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Sekiro, right? Those games were successful. They had a cult following that, let's be honest, won't shut the fuck up, right? Like, even I'm sure I got some fans, you know, that don't like Dark Souls and they're tired of hearing about it. But so you know what I'm saying, right? It's just the fans of Dark Souls will not shut the fuck up, right? And that's actually useful though, because Dark Souls 3 gets a lot of sales after the fact, right? Because of that. And it's something that's, you know, active on, you know, social media often. You know, their videos get popular often, and a lot of big streamers have played Dark Souls 3, right? Not all of them, not as many as Elden Ring, but a lot of streamers have played Dark Souls 3 or Sekiro or Dark Souls 2 or whatever. And because that it existed, that gets all of those streamers more interested in Elden Ring, right? And then Elden Ring is releasing kind of, because when Dark Souls 3 came out, streaming and everything wasn't as big. It was big, but it was not as big. You know, streaming is so big now as of Elden Ring, but they've got like that base built up from Dark Souls, right? So they have like this platform from Dark Souls that kind of lets them jump the line a bit, right? And then almost all the big streamers are interested in Elden Ring because they know of Dark Souls or they played Dark Souls. And then all the streamers, I saw this so clearly, right? I don't want to name drop anybody because, you know, I don't like doing that kind of thing, but there are certain content creators that I had followed since, like, before Dark Souls even, or as of Dark Souls. And they didn't want to play Dark Souls, and they didn't. I know several big streamers and, like, reviewers on YouTube and stuff that did not play Dark Souls because they were, like, scared of it, and they didn't like... They had this, like, you know, idea that what the community was, and they didn't want to play this hard game, and, you know, they're just more interested in more mainstream stuff, right? So I know several content creators that just did not play Dark Souls 3. And even though it was a big popular game and people wanted them to play it, it wasn't enough pressure to get them to do it. Everyone played Elden Ring. Almost every creator like that played Elden Ring. And it's because it was too big. You literally, and I saw some people mad about this, essentially. Elden Ring was so big, you could not be a major content creator and not play it. And I mean like big boy, right? If you're a big boy reviewer or streamer, you had to play Elden Ring. There's no way your fans were gonna let you get away with it, right? At that point, it was way too big of a thing, right? And way too much money. There's too much money in not doing it. Right, so because of the success of Dark Souls 3, that's why Elden Ring was like that. Because Dark Souls 3 came out when the industry wasn't quite as big, streaming wasn't quite as big. But Elden Ring had that hype from Dark Souls 3, and it was blowing up, and, you know, all the big streamers were talking about it and stuff, so you couldn't be a major content creator and not review it or not stream it or whatever. You had to, and that means it reaches even more of an audience, and it makes, you know, smaller creators want to play it, and makes, you know, everyone interested in it, and it translates to the insane sales that it got, right? And that can happen to other games, and it has happened to other games. But it was like the perfect storm for Elden Ring, with like the timing it came out, building off Dark Souls 3, with streaming getting bigger, having this loyal fan base. Like a lot of the hardcore gamers on Twitch and other platforms like YouTube and all that had played it and knew how good it was, right? And so that made them excited for Elden Ring. Now they have this big platform because now they're, you know, just so many more people streaming and everything, that all these hardcore people that knew how good Dark Souls was are like, oh my god, play Elden Ring, play Elden Ring, play Elden Ring, and it just made it blow up. That's really what their marketing was. Like, for real, that's what made Elden Ring blow up marketing-wise, was like word of mouth and all the big streamers wanting to play it or having to play it. Right, that's really what did it. And sure, you need ads to be part of that, but the ads really were not that important for Elden Ring. They were not that big of a deal. Where Raid Shadow Legends basically brute forced their way into the community's conscious by just putting it literally everywhere. Okay, so this is the part of the team that really matters. It's either that or I put in Hans, but I think that's fine. And then hopefully we're gonna win by then, to be honest. I guess we could switch BB in, right? You can do the whole switch code and switcher in when you have a good hand. Is that worth it? Let me think. It's worth it because you get the units buffs that you're switching out, but I lose the Star Bomb, which I'm not crazy about that. And like, I mean, I guess I could use Hans, right? Because then you get the stars from Hans. I would kind of like to have a Star Bomb unit out, though, that you switch out if I'm going to do it that way. I mean, you do not have to do it this way, but it is kind of Interesting. I'd have to use Hansa's skill like the turn before. You do a really fast setup, you probably put BB in the front and you just use star bombs everywhere. I don't think this is worth it. I think we keep her in the front. I think for a different style of fight, like with more break bars, I might do it this way. But I think it's not even the switch. It's like giving up this is just, it's not worth. I really want that star bomb. Yeah, this might be all we need. But let's put in Hans. And we'll give Hans star bomb. Okay, and if somehow it comes down to this, we're probably dead, but I could just do a taunt or something. But if it came down to that, I think we'd be screwed. Alright. Off we go. Honestly, I don't hate Raid Shadow Legends. Well, I mean, I don't know that much about it recently, but there were some things about it that I liked. It wasn't anything special, though. I mean, it was pretty bare bones in terms of, like, boss fights and all that kind of stuff. But it had, I liked a lot of the character design because it had a lot of like actual medieval stuff in it, and they mixed that with other fantasy things. Some of the factions were really fantasy, and some of the factions were like straight medieval and stuff. And I liked that. It had a lot of real weapons, a lot of real armor. It had some cool boss fights. The problems with Say, thank you for the 2-year sub, by the way. And thankfully, Grailfront's over. I should probably take that out of the title. So shut up, Say. Anyway. The problems I had with Raid Shadow Legends was the story was terrible, and it was super easy. Like, the main story was just nothing. It was marketed like it was a big RPG, but it's not that at all. It was kind of too much filler to get to the content that was actually engaging, right? And then it had a lot of, like, it had PvP, which was pay-to-win garbage, of course. So, but I did like some of the character designs, and it did have some fun boss fights, but nothing special. Absolutely nothing special. Alright, let me look at BB's kit again, make sure I'm not about to fuck anything up. So basically, we're just fishing for good RNG. Like, straight up, we just need a good hand. Which, is completely random when that's gonna happen, so we'll just have to see. This already looks bad because we have 2 cards here, which means we're unlikely to get a good hand later. That's the thing, I cannot believe how many people claim that Summer BB removes RNG. She is the complete opposite of that, because she needs super good RNG to capitalize on. What she does is she relies completely on RNG. She blows good RNG into insanely good RNG. But if you never get good RNG, she's super trash. Okay, there we go. That's what we want to see. That is so lucky, because I'm pretty sure the final hand, there are 0 Jolter cards, right? So it was more likely that one of these cards would be in the next hand, but... Alright, we can do her NP at some point, but I'm not really caring about that. So we do this. Let's see. BB doesn't have any cards here, so there's not really any point. We'll save her first skill. No real point doing the second skill either, as nice as the battery is. We should probably, once we stop doing Jolter things, that's when we should probably do BB things. That's just kind of how it's lined up. Okay, I should have done the switch then. Yep, I'm actually overestimating BB because, like, we don't have enough buffs here to really capitalize on this. We needed another buffer in here, I feel like. But, let's see here. We can still go do stuff. We can still do good stuff, and we're about to get our NP. Okay, so we've got attack. Okay, we need this. We definitely need that. Do I need this buster up? I'm hoping not. We don't have that many buffs, though. And we really want to break. It's better to break now and overkill. Okay. So we'll do that. We'll put buster last. Come on. There you go. Yeah, we probably needed that buster up. Okay, 41 stars. We need a harder fight, to be honest. And it's because we're a berserker. So we're doing really high damage. Okay, unfortunately though, our crits are kind of suspect here.
それねドイツ
Do
語
I
の辞書
do? Yeah, I guess we do the
行
Buster
くわ
Chain still.
ドイツ語の辞行くわ
This is nice being able to just Brave Chain over and over like this though. Completely ridiculous. And the star distribution could have been better. You know, there is some synergy between Baldy
破壊し
and BB. Yeah, absolutely.
ペルカーボルトフォイアンドラーヘ
Oh, what a
チリア
great
と化せ
Jolter, you're doing great. Yeah, just land the, you know, the 80% next time, you know. That'd be good. We froze our deck, but we actually don't have the one to remove a defense buff, so that's unfortunate. This is going to look weird, but I might taunt. No, we won't taunt her. If anything, I taunt Chin Gong. BB will go Burr after this turn.
出直していらっしゃい。
いたたくわ行くわ
So if we had crits, we probably would have won on this turn, I feel like.
まだまだ
At least we would have been close enough where we would have won next turn from here, but now we're pretty behind and we're out of gas. We needed to do the switch. We needed to do the switch. We needed to have another, like, crit buff. We just didn't have enough damage up on Jolter there. Okay, we can do some nice stuff here, though. Unfortunately, BB can't Brave Chain, but it's fine. We should kill here. BB, don't disappoint me. This is a good thing about her buff, though, and I didn't really talk about this when she got her buff before. When you do run out of gas, if you don't win, because if you're not doing a Leviathan setup, you're probably not going to win in the 3 turns, right? Or if you are a Leviathan setup, you want to win before BB's deck thing ends, or as it ends. Yeah, I'm ready to do the app. But anyway, in a more normal setup, if you're using Summer BB, you're going to have to keep playing after the 3 turns. And she gives you some cleanup options, because she does hit decently hard with her NP now, and maybe you do get a Brave Chain and get to do the extra attack and all that, right? So she gives you the initial blammo, and then you have like a backup blammo, right? And that's actually nice, so you kind of just keep the pain train rolling. You know, we could have done a burn amplifier. I'm not sure that would be worth it. I don't know if we had so much burn there. Let me think about that. But maybe. How much did we have? Because I guess we did have a lot. Yeah, there maybe is a context where you can make that work. That is kind of a unique thing you can do with Jerker. All right, let's do a setup now where we just focus on BB. So kind of the typical thing we would do in this fight. So what we want is just to get a BB Brave Chain. That's what we want to see. Because then she can spam her new buff. Now you can get an extra attack by just NPing with 2 cards, but that won't sync up with the 3rd skill, but we'll see what we can do. You might want to NP the first time and then use the 2nd skill and try to loop that way. Alright. I'll probably keep that. She might actually want Leonidas over Hans, but no, the synergy with the skills actually I think is pretty good. Okay, now... don't need that, I don't think. Oh, change the CE, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, hold up. I'll keep 20-30 on Chin, though. I think that's good. Okay, now we will Maybe, I mean, I like Starbomb on Hans, because if you get a good opening hand, you can use the Starbomb from the Mystic Code. Not good in the long run, though. Maybe do that. But I don't think we're going to need Leo's NP. Alright, keep it budget. Do that, and then Alex, that's fine. Maybe Alex first. Yeah, actually, I think Alex first. Bust out Shinji. If I can find him, what? Where is the boy? There he is. Chat, you know what's sad? In Fate, in like the cyber world, extra Shinji is better than Shinji, right? Like Shinji would have no idea what he's doing. But I'm pretty sure extraverse Shinji is still completely incompetent as a Magus, I would think. I'm not actually 100% sure on that, but like just due to the world of extra and everything. So if anything, Shinji in Fate Stay Night with his dumb book would probably beat extra Shinji in a fight. Which is really sad because extra Shinji is so much better, like in every way possible. Yeah, I don't think he's any good in a fight outside of cyberspace, so that's kind of depressing. Although he's probably braver, honestly. That might actually be enough, because Shinji is really incompetent. Like he might actually beat the regular Shinji to death by just being brave enough to get in there and do something. But yeah, Shinji's book in Fate Stay Night was probably better than anything extroverse Shinji could do. Doesn't really matter what I give him. Go NP on death, I guess. If I can find it. Maybe level 15. Because, like, I think on paper, Fate Shinji is better than Extra Shinji, like, physically in every way. Because he's older and he's got the book, etc. But he is such a coward, it might not matter. And that's absolutely a thing in real life where people will lose fights and stuff just because of psychological reasons. You know, stupid. Throwing. Alright, that is not a Brave Chain. It's actually, I wish that we had gotten no BB cards, because this lowers our odds of getting a Brave Chain later. Now, I can make it a Brave Chain if I NP, but I don't think that's worth it. Okay, we're gonna do this and just hope the next turn is good. And if it's not good, our value is just gonna plummet like a rock, and just welcome to summer BB things. Like, if our next hand is good, then we're fine, but if our next hand is like one card, then we're completely screwed. Well, we're screwed. Okay, that's why I don't like Summer BB, by the way. Okay, game, give me something to work with here. Yeah, there aren't really Magus in Fate Extra, that's kind of the thing. Actually, I doubt she could solo this. I mean, I don't know, maybe, but she's not a particularly good solo unit. Because, like, oh wow! You can freeze the deck! In a solo! Where the deck is already frozen! And she has no survivability. Like, Lobo will just fucking kill you. She might be able to win in a solo if she gets really lucky. Oh, you're right, class advantage. There is that. This actually makes a terrible test ground then. I didn't even think about that. That's right, she has class advantage. Yeah, that's true. She probably just winning because of class advantage, but that means nothing, right? It's only impressive if you solo to neutral. So you'd have to find an equivalent boss fight that she's not counterclassing. But we're not really here for that. We're trying to show off, you know, skill synergy and whatnot. But yeah, we should probably use like Richard. Actually, Richard would probably be better than this. But yeah, if she was neutral, she would get destroyed here. Unless you might be able to do it if you got like just miracle RNG throughout the run. But aside from that, not looking so good. Speaking of not looking good, the odds of us getting a Brave Chain at this point, or even 2 cards. That's really what I'm just looking for is like a Buster and an art card. And I once already have the MP. Oh my god. 3k heal though is nothing. Like I know this fight really well for solo. Like her kit is not good for it at all. I've seen some really powerful units completely face plant on soloing this. Like the only way she'd solo it is just because she's Moon Cancer. Like if she was neutral, I think she would like die in 2 turns. 2 turns of when you don't have your Mystic Code up and you know all that, obviously, but and she's AoE. Like there's so many things against her. Because even like good solo units are normally actually pushed here. Like you have to try. A lot of like the really big boy solo units. You have to actually exert effort. You know, I might just freeze the deck here. Like I'm trying to get a better turn than this, but I don't know what else I'm gonna do at this point. So like we're just consistently not getting good hands. Like actually we keep getting the hand we want on turn 1 instead of turn 2. You know what? Let's do this. We'll save the first skill though. Lobo being very silly right now. Well, that's gonna absolutely wreck our damage. Hopefully we get a good... Oh right, yeah. She's got that one. Okay, that should fix it. Let's see, do this. I'm actually going to taunt her because I want her to get NP from being attacked. She shouldn't die. Alright, we will do this, and then this. Yeah, we need a different boss. We're counterclassing, it doesn't mean anything. Just to clarify, because like we're trying to mimic a harder boss fight, right? And to mimic a harder boss fight, you need to basically double the enemy's health. And Lobo especially, when he was added, there were no Moon Cancers, so... Well, I mean, I can NP again, which would allow me to do my extra attack again, but, there's not really a reason to do that. Although, I guess I'm gonna cast this anyway. I mean, I could make the stars, but, like, the stars alone aren't worth it. I get one more. You can kind of see what I'm saying. If we weren't counterclassing, because everyone else we use here generally is new. Fuck. That removes our thing. Anyway, but you can see what I'm saying. If we were doing half damage right now, we would not be doing so hot. So I guess I do this. Take what we can get. I can't even Brave Chain now. We literally got the Brave Chain effect 1 time. We would have gotten it twice though if it wasn't for that nonsense. Now, see, here's the thing. This is not going very well, right? If we were at class neutral, this would be a pretty bad showing. But that's because we didn't get particularly good RNG. But that's the thing with BP. It's like, you either kind of just flounder around and, you know, it's kind of silly, or you get ridiculously good RNG and you just murder everything. That was good enough, though, but that's mainly just because, you know, we're counterclassing. We would have just broken the first health bar there, which, you know, actually is not that bad when you think about it. If we had just broken the first health bar there, that's still an okay performance. But, yeah, it's gonna be hard to test her in any kind of reasonable way. I guess we could do Richard. I feel like Richard is an okay testing spot. It's not perfect by any means, because, I mean, Richard is not that hard, ultimately, but... we don't have, it's, I don't know, Kiara, right? Like, what else are we gonna do here? Let's see, that one. Now we have to deal with, the golems, which is always annoying. Alright, extra slot. Are we 2K FO'd? How, yes, okay. So we're pretty damn upgraded here. We're pretty meaty. I think we don't Arash the opening. I think we use a 45. George. Yeah, that's perfect. Maybe the 32, but I think 45 is okay. And then maybe no taunt. Or maybe we do. I don't know. I mean, taunt, obviously. Guts. I don't know if we guts or not. Kinda depends on what the golems do. Hans is okay. Yeah, Hans is fine. And then Chen to replace. I don't know, Chen's not that good for her. Well, the defense up damage cut's actually pretty nice. Leonidas is way less good here because the boss is AoE. This is where you need, like, Mash or David. But they're, like, kind of messed the fight up. Yeah, I've still got the Artoria one. But she doesn't have that much health. And then also she's horrible for units like this because if you're using budget units, you have to fight that in a very specific way because of the Pierce vulnerability. So you just die. But then you can just burst it down, but it's so easy to burst it down, so it just doesn't really go anywhere. That's not exactly budget, but that would be good. Like, really what we need is that, but he's too good. We just have another unit that does that. I'll just do that and just not take advantage of... We just won't use his NP. We'll just pretend he doesn't have an NP. That kinda... It doesn't completely make up for being an archer, but... fuck it. Can I get away with 2030? Yeah, I think I can. I would say second 2030, but that's getting kind of whaley. Go with Calamity Jane there. NP on death. And then if we get down to this point, we're probably screwed. So let's not get down to that point. There's always Fuma. I didn't hate that before. Yeah, Fuma it is. And I'd say Star Bomb, but again, that's getting kind of silly. I think that's fair. Alright, this is pretty budgety. Might need to go with default. As nice as the Star Bomb is, we need the long-term survivability with, like, the heal and the evade. Nobukatsu. Actually, not terrible. It would be good if we could use the taunt, but the boss is AoE, so the taunt's no good. But yeah, no joke, actually, Nobukatsu would be an okay option. I'll do the guts. We want him to die exactly on turn 3. In the meantime,
お任せを。
チェス
まったく。
do that, and then I think we focus on killing it.
サマーバケーション
Yep, guts was... No, it wasn't, because they didn't actually proc it there. Fuck! I think I need to keep one of these alive, then.
おてんばですか
BB, don't crit.
サマーバケーション
親指姫。
Thankfully, that defense buff it has is pretty legit.
まだです。
Okay. Then I get a crappy hand. Actually, I want to kill one of them now, and I get this hand, but I was card counting. I would have known that. Alright, this is perfect. You got exactly on turn 3.
では、
Should not be hard to kill this thing.
主よ。
Do I want to do Oh no, I forgot about that. Oh, okay, that bad CE choice. Very bad. Let's do this so we get the stars next turn.
心を溶かせ。
おてんばですかチェス
さて、
See if pawns can get 5 NP.
カーレン。
Perfect. Alright, hit a lot of stars. That's good. It's really shitty we wasted the star bomb, but kind of an oversight on my part there. Alright, come on, give me... Yes, there we go. Alright,
いいだろう。
obviously 3 cards would have been better, but that's good enough. Let's save the defense up for the battery.
勝利の
Now,
花
as
火
nice as it would be to do Hans's NP there, let's
おてんばで
be greedy. Yeah, George's animations are fantastic. I love his NP.
もうたまりま
We
せ
should do
ん
pretty good damage here. We have a lot of buffs on this
嘆き
turn.
なさい
The question is how much... I don't know. I don't know how like steady our damage is going to be throughout the run, so we'll see here. But this turn will be
ビビ
good.
ンちゃんなのでしたバーン
Her NP is so slow, dude.
なチャンス
Do I have it on like NPs are always slow-mo right now or something? Because holy shit, that was slow. I wonder if the game considers that the first time I've seen it because they updated her NP animation. Well, they didn't really update it, they twinked it. Yeah, I think that's what it was. The game was acting like I'd never seen the NP before. I am so glad I saved Shingon still, because we're at 90%.
よろしく
ひらめきましたぞ。
And if I didn't get that, I wouldn't be able to Brave Chain again.
勝利の花火
I don't think I'd bother putting the art card last, because we're definitely not looping on the next
お
one.
てんばでチェス
It's a shame Richard didn't, use his NP up because Lost gave her the hat. Wait, Lost, did you do that on purpose? Did you know? What the fuck? Did you switch that out because of this? Because that really is super good here. It's actually really shitty that he didn't use the buff
ト
the
独り
whole
占め
time.
です
That's crazy.
サマーバケーションバーン
Lost is actually Billy the Kid.
チャンス勝利の中身は残酷なのです
Okay, I mean that was good. That was really good damage. Let's see if we can, how it goes after it. We lose our skills though. Okay, Hans. An NP here.
奪
Go ahead,
還
Art Chain.
すなわち解放の時
Man, I wish we just had a Brave Chain earlier and she could Brave Chain again. Be awesome. Like the guaranteed crits are so nice.
もう締め切りか。
お
We'll
て
do
ん
that. We'll get the little buster thing here.
いい時代だ。
Please land the
資
attack
料
up.
集めにはことかかる。
Offset's not having
損なう
or
たびに思い
pulse
出すがいい。
offsets.
メルケン
Not having
マ
first
イ
card
ナス
buster
レーベン
bonus.
ス。
I do think it's pretty ridiculous that her extra attack is just straight up basketball nonsense. Like, what the fuck? You look at BB and Fate Extra in the CCC event, Vanilla BB, and you look at her other stages. Why basketball? Like, where did that come from? Okay, I might as well taunt just for the crit down. Probably should have done that before. But I figured BB was pretty safe at that point.
出直していらっしゃい。
I mean, yes, summer, but there's lots of summer sports.
ゲルダの涙で
Well, here's a
心を溶かせ
shitty hand.
呵責なく まあいいぞ後期ですよ本気かさよなきだ
Okay, I do feel like our value is about to tank. We'll see. I mean, look, the skills will come back. I think I saved this for like one turn at least.
もう締め切りか
おてんばですか？おてんばです。
I mean, not bad. Like, honestly, not bad. I'm not.
資料集めにはことか
It's not terrible.
損なうたび
It
に
is absolutely better though if she's enabling someone else. Like, no question, it is so much better if she's helping enable someone else. But it is still a solid performance, I would say. Let's see how she cooperates with the back row coming up here. I wish she got this faster, but the way they did it on purpose. Like its cooldown is not going to sync up with her other stuff. Now Chin's gonna die soon, so I just throw this out. They don't have any crits though, so no reason to do Hans's thing. And Hans should live. I could totally kill BB right now with Chin Gong, but that would be very silly.
あげちゃいます。
加減なく
That's a shame though that we didn't get a BB Buster card there, because the Buster would be a lot better, and I could have done the crit skill and the NP gains or NP damage skill. Like, it would have been much better if we had one Buster card.
せい
Thanks, deck's gonna shuffle again, which is actually kind of bad. Fuck. Fuck, man. I mean, I do the crit buff. Like, you still crit, but like, give me a Buster card. I'd be so much happier here. Well, hopefully her next hand is just really good then.
まったく
おてやっ
そら
That is such a silly, like, dive kick that she does there. It's almost like BB doesn't know anything about actual combat. I hate this game. I fucking hate this game. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It's like, she's so RNG dependent. Like, when you get hands like this, like, what are you gonna do? Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Guess we do that. I actually don't know if I want to buff block, because we kind of want him to do the things. We don't need the other debuff yet either. Game, work with me. Like, I guess she only got one card there, though. This means it's very likely that her following hands would have like a Brave Chain in it. So there's more of the deck left over to just 2 hands. So that's the stream. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate everyone hanging out. You know, it's all good, but I'm fucking out of here. And yeah, that's that. So let's see. That means the next hand, though, is a Brave Chain. So if we just make it to then, it's not so bad. Fuck, that's so annoying, dude. I'm trying to think, do I NP now? Like, we've had so many turns go by where we're just doing nothing, by the way. I don't want to do the buff block, because I actually want him to get the buff up. Yeah, I just have to keep waiting. Obviously I should David NP, but we're not doing that, because we're trying to not have David carry. Just don't crit me. This is kind of, well, Yuri Pirates went really well on the final setup when we finally figured it out. That final setup actually I think is better than this. But we're also more upgraded than the Yuri Pirates, and we're using David, which we did not do for Yuri Pirates. Okay. There we go. It only took, you know, 30 turns, and now we're almost dead, but Oh my god, Fuma is gonna die, and that's gonna fuck it up. Okay, I have to do this. I have to make it last as long as possible. Probably, if I do art, we might be able to loop. But then we're gonna throw away a lot of damage. But, I mean, we don't actually have that much damage here. I blame Chin dying and then us getting, like, nothing. That's really what fucked everything up. If that hadn't happened, this would have been so much better. If David was, like, a more normal support, he would have died by now. And that would have fucked up the deck again. I just need to line up the damage like one more time. Okay, there we go. I'm so glad I did art. Way better. Don't kill anybody. Now I can do some survivability stuff. The thing is, Fuma's gonna die. Oh great, we skill sealed. That's terrible. Like, skill sealing is so bad here. Oh, okay. Hold on, we gotta do the, we gotta do this for Fuma. Dude, I so wish we didn't skill seal there. That is so stupid. Yeah, you can see though, if David wasn't an archer, this would be going a lot worse. See, now I can't take advantage of the hat. Because, some of the stuff. I guess I art just because the crit chances are higher and I have Buster down. Okay, how much damage are we gonna get here? Not bad. Damn it. We'll see. We're not dead yet, but... I mean, we could win if just David and Peas, but obviously that's really appreciated. Will you stop skill sealing? Are you fucking kidding me? If he didn't skill seal there, we might have lived another turn. And then we probably would have won. What are the odds on her skill seal? It is... Oh no, it's Fuma, right, because she's got the drain, right? She's the MP drain RNG. That's Fuma that's doing it. But that's stupid, because Fuma's odds are like, not that high, right? Well, we have triple crit though, so that's something. We have crit up. Chat, I feel pretty confident. You know, this is a bad game. No one should play this game. Just on Assault now. Diablo Immortal tier game. Anyway, if some of that bad RNG had not happened, we obviously would have won that. I can't believe David just died on that turn because the dragon was like, fuck. By the way, do you believe me now that skill seal is bad? Right? Like, do you realize how much damage we just took because of skill seal, right? Like, between those, like, 3 turns, right? Skill seal is so fucking bad. Like, we absolutely would have won that if we did not skill seal, because we only needed the dragon to, like, buff 1 or 2 times and we would have been saved over, like, you know, 4 fucking turns. But yeah, skill seal sucks. It is only good in very specific circumstances where the boss has, like, a very specific thing you want to stop, right, at a specific time. So occasionally it's good. And, like, for example, let's say you taunt a unit and then you evade them or something, then you want the boss to attack because you get more NP gain and that kind of thing. But, yeah, I could see skill seal being good in PvP. But you know what's better than skill seal in PvP loss? Just killing them in 1 turn. So they never get the chance to cast their skills in the first place. Like, that's the actual meta right there. Okay, boys. I think we're gonna wrap up there. That's about enough suffering for one day. We'll use BB again soon because that was not a good... That was not a good run, right? At all. We can do better than that. That was a whole lot of stupid shit. So we'll give her another go soon. And then maybe Protea. We haven't used Protea in any significant way since she got buffed. So that'd be fun to use her And then I guess Melt, but no one needs to... What the fuck? Like, who needs any convincing that Melt's good, right? Like, Jesus. But, yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I might stream Arc Knights a little bit later tonight, but probably not because I'm pretty pooped. And I want to work on a video tomorrow, so I might get, like, some pre-stuff done tonight. I might even record some stuff tonight. So I think I'll just take a day or two off here to do some YouTube stuff. But I'll be back to streaming really soon, obviously. But thank you guys so much. Let's raid Cairo. I don't even know if he's streaming. He might be streaming. I don't know. So it's luck of the draw here. But we'll raid Cairo, and I will see you all soon. Take care.